Hello, 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 hello. I'm Jeremy. He's Dalton. This is yet another bullshit podcast.
That was so tame. Hold on. That was so tame compared to your normal intros. Normally you're like, hey, everybody, stick your fingers in your butthole. Welcome to Yabs Pod.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to concentrate because I have my finger up my butthole. How's your week been, Dalton?
Fucking incredible.
Nice.
Other than like one day of absolutely horrid brain. But that's just because a combination of work and then spiraling anxiety.
I mean, personally, when I get brain, it's usually pretty good. So, I mean, I'm sorry you had a bad session.
I have not, dude, I haven't had good brain in forever.
Getting head jokes out 60 seconds in. So yeah, getting a really, really good blowjob is just something
rare.
Special.
It's
something
rare.
special, man. Yeah, like with the one where literally you're getting ready to come and like your ass lifts up off of wherever you're laying on, like fucking your back arches like you're in the fucking Exorcist.
I have never had a blowjob that good.
I had a few. Few that were like.
The last time I busted a nut from a blowjob, I literally had to grab the back of Savannah's head by her hair and fuck her face. And she was not fucking happy about it after it was over. I'll never forget, like, she fucking wiped her mouth off and she's like, you seriously just fucked my face?
Nice.
Like, you really just did that? And I was like, yes, I did.
I never really had a lot of luck with it.
Face fucking?
No, like, just coming from blowjobs. But, like, the last relationship I was in, I got more than a few, I would say. Not every time, but a good amount. But, like, I find, like, if I'm going to come from it, I really have to concentrate and focus on it. Like, I've got to be like, okay, think of, titties, pussy, ass. And just really get in your head about it. And yeah. But, like, you can feel it. You can feel it when it happens. Like, it starts building up, and it's like the sensation almost gets unbearable. And then
momentarily unbearable.
Yes. And then
boom goes the dynamite.
Yes,
I always
sir.
like a little eye contact.
Oh yeah.
Like, they look up, they let you know. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm like, bitch, yeah, I know what you're doing too. You suck on my motherfucking dick.
Yeah.
Like a good whore. Anyway. My week was good, man. Like
yeah.
I had some good food. I've been working a lot, which I can't really complain too much because I enjoy the money, but I really fucking enjoyed these past couple days off.
Days off are nice.
It's been nice, and I've been doing some gaming with Megan and stuff, and that's been wonderful as well because she's quite wonderful.
I know I really, really pissed Steph off today. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Oh no, I got to hear all about it while I was streaming with her earlier.
Nice.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Steph, guess we played 3 hours of Dead by Daylight last night. She's like, you motherfucker. I was like, well, we can play now.
Dude.
I was like, I did it for a girl. And Hazel's like, was it the crazy nurse one? And I was like, who? And I was like, oh, no, we just decided to be friends. But the nurse was never crazy that I remember. She's a really nice girl. We just didn't have a lot in common. Like, she doesn't play video games, and I play a lot of video games.
Well, there's your crazy right there.
Well, there you go. We're all a little crazy.
It's funny. I was talking to Hazel this week too, and I wonder if she even still listens. I wonder if we got too crude for Hazel. Hazel, let me know. Let us know if you still listen, because I know we probably drove you off, but
Hazel and Steph, let us know if you still listen.
Because I can almost guarantee you Steph listens to the Steam Machine and not us.
Probably not. Probably not.
That's okay though. So much of us.
We're not for everyone.
We are not for everybody. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some other things I've been up to this week. I bought some stuff.
Nice.
Not that I mean, like, I bought 2 little stuffed animal things, and I bought this really cool fucking statue, right? It's these 2 skeletons, and like one of they're like in a bride and groom outfit, and he's like holding her and stuff, but it's all cool. And it was our last skeleton related Halloween decoration that wasn't like those fake animal skeleton things. So I got it. I was like,
the extremely unrealistic fake animal skeletons, like the frog skeleton and the crab skeleton.
Oh, I was looking at the one that's the fly, and I'm like, why did you give a fly a rib cage? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And a skeletal structure at all. I'm pretty sure they don't have one of those, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah, they're exoskeleton creatures, so what you see is their skeleton.
What you see is what you get.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Things have been quite fucking wonderful lately. What about you, man? Nice. How was your week?
That's pretty good. What did I do this week? Worked a lot. I think I told you about it. Saturday, I had an absolutely fucking insane collection come into the store. Yeah. Like, I haven't priced it all out yet, and I'm kind of keeping up with the prices of everything. And it's I think it's going to be around $7,000 worth of stuff, maybe more. I sold a bunch of it Sunday, but it's all Nintendo stuff. It's Amiibo, it was Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS games, Pokemon games, controllers, consoles.
What Pokemon games?
I think I put a picture. I can't remember if I put a picture in the Discord or not, but like most of them. Yeah, some of them have already sold. Ostar claimed the one mystery dungeon game that was in there.
That's fine. It's not what I'm looking for.
I know Black 2 sold. I know Alpha Sapphire sold. I have Soul Silver still.
I want the OG games.
I do have Red and Blue. I think they're like $50 a piece, but yeah, I have those.
Word. If you ever come across gold and silver,
let me
know.
Silver, I think, unless it got sold. Pretty sure I still have silver. That's like $50 too.
No, I know it's going to be expensive, but like those are the games that I loved as a kid, so I'd like to put them on the shelf.
Yeah. So what else did I do this week? It wasn't technically started this week, but I've been doing the famous 31 horror movies for October. It's the first year I'm actually trying to do it and actually do it. So I thought about I'll use that as a little topic because, spoiler alert, we don't really have any topics this week.
No, we don't.
So I started off with a bang with the first Nightmare on Elm Street. To me, it's one of the best classic horror movies. Love that movie. I've loved it since I first saw it as a kid. Second day was a movie I found on Hulu called Puka. Puka was way better than it had any right to be. I went into it kind of expecting it to be a cheesy, like, made-for-TV horror movie. It was a wild-ass, like, psychological thriller kind of movie with a weird, twisty ending. Definitely recommend going on Hulu and watching Puka.
I love the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
Puka.
Great. He was basically... So, the general plot is this guy, he's an actor, he's struggling to get work. He goes to an audition, and this guy's like, the audition's really fucking weird, but then this guy standing on a balcony is like, you got the part, come with me. And he's like, has this weird fucking suit. Like, this suit's fucking weird as shit. I'm going to find a picture and send it in the Discord so you can see what I'm talking about. But he's like, this is going to be the hottest Christmas toy. So we need somebody to wear the suit and, like, do appearances at our store and stuff. And they were like, he was like, okay. He's like, well, I'm a legitimate actor. And the guy's like, wait, let me show you what it pays. And apparently it paid a shitload because he signed up for it. But then the suit kind of starts fucking with his head. And yeah, it's really wild. Like, look at that fucking suit that I sent you. That thing's creepy as fuck.
The eyes look wild, yeah.
And the eyes light up blue or red. So basically what Puka was Puka was a fucked up looking Furby that just listened to everything you said and randomly repeated shit back that you said. But it would either repeat it in a nice voice or in a naughty voice. And the naughty voice was that, like, really processed demon sounding voice. Man, it's fucking wild. Pretty much. I'm going to post it in the no context page right now. Dude, I have to say, I love the out of context page on our Discord.
Yeah.
It's so great. Just because, like, you could post it in there and everybody's, like, trying to guess what it is. It's like, I'm not telling you shit. It's no context.
So I will give the context to a picture that I posted because it's on the episodes and we're allowed to give context in the episodes. This is where you find the context.
Yep.
The thing that I posted that I think Adam was like, there's got to be a snake or an alligator under that, right?
Yeah.
It was the thing on top of the water. What that was a colony of fire ants.
Ah.
So what they do during the rainstorms and stuff down here at least, and I'm sure up there in North Carolina too, when it rains really fucking hard, they build like a flotation device out of their larvae and their worker ants and stuff, and they float on the top of the water till they get somewhere where they can get on land again and they can build a new home. And you can accidentally like brush into one of those and you will just have hundreds of thousands of ants on you, and it's like, oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, they do that up here too. They'll just build little like houseboats to weather the storm. But let's see. The next movie was Shaun of the Dead. One of, if not the best horror comedy ever made. I want to do an extra BS podcast on it because there's just so many Easter eggs and references in that movie to other horror movies and zombie movies. It's just great. Day 4, Train to Busan. I'd never seen it before. It's a Korean zombie movie that takes place exclusively on a train. That shit was cool as hell. Like, that movie had
that movie's rad.
It had some of the best zombies I've seen in a movie. Like, fast zombies. Fast zombies are scary as shit. Slow zombies, like, don't really scare me that much because you can get away. Like, they're relentless, but you can get away from them. Whereas fast zombies, like, you might not outrun this motherfucker. So, that shit's kind of scary. Day 5, Final Destination. Another classic. Love that movie. The second movie made everyone my age scared to drive behind logging trucks for the rest of their lives.
Still.
Next day was Scream. I think that's day 6. Scream.
Good. Classic.
Great movie. Matthew Lillard. That's all that needs to be said. Dude is a national treasure. Then I started 2 nights ago. I just finished it tonight before the recording. A movie called The Rental. It has Jeremy Allen White, who was in Shameless and The Bear. I love the dude. I think he's insanely talented. That movie starts off kind of slow, but man, it like really gets crazy at the end, and it does not explain to you why the shit happened, and it's really weird. Then final movie, because that'd be number 9, was House of a Thousand Corpses. Love that movie too. Rob Zombie fucking killed it with that movie. Apparently Rob Zombie hates that movie though. Like, he hates it. And I don't know why, because it's amazing.
Why would he hate it? It's a great movie.
He says it's like the worst movie he's ever made, but man, I can't imagine why. It's great. So I did not watch one today because I was insanely busy today. So I'll double up tomorrow with, I think Jaws is going to be one of them. Probably my favorite movie of all time. And then I'll figure out what else I want to watch. And just keep going until the end of the month. I missed one. One of the days I watched Trick or Treat. It was Wednesday because my local theater has what they call flashback cinema. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 3:30 and 7, they show an older movie. And so, of course, around the holidays, they show holiday movies. So they showed Trick or Treat. So me and my buddy went and watched Trick or Treat.
Hell yeah. That's what's
up. Yeah, that's the 9 I've watched so far.
Bro, I read 112 episodes of a webtoon in the past week.
Nice. Webtoon is great. It does not get the credit it deserves. There's some uber talented people on there.
Okay, so I was completely unfamiliar with it, right? And then one day Megan just hits me with this one called Purple Hyacinth. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah. And it was pretty cool, and I need to get back into it. But she sent me this other one called Down to Earth, and I started reading that. And I think I've talked about it on the show before, about the little alien girl who comes and lands in Homeboy's yard.
Yeah.
Or we might have talked about it off mic. Either way, it's fucking adorable. Okay, and so let me. This is gonna sound stupid to anybody who's listening to this, except maybe Megan. But so hear me out.
Yeah.
It's about this dude named Cade. Cade works in customer service. Cade has a social battery that really, really drains. Cade's ex-girlfriend, apparently, also super shitty, right? So I relate to this dude. This girl comes crashing into his life out of nowhere, and now she's like meeting all his friends, and they're all getting along. They all love her. She loves them, yada, yada, yada. It's all this. There's so many parallels to things that have been going on recently in this little webtoon that like I just couldn't stop reading. It was freaking adorable, man.
Well, that's
and like one of the last ones was she missed him, so she just like flew across town because she can fly because she's an alien, and she like lands at his door and like knocks and he opens the door and she's like hi and he's just like ah, and you know I was like yeah that seems about right. It's a great cartoon webtoon, down to earth. If you're into cutesy stuff, Kana, if you're listening, check out the webtoon Down to Earth because you will fall in love with Zodia. Zodia is the place yet. Zeta. I always want to call her Zadia, but it's Zeta. Zaida. I don't know why my fucked up brain reads Zadia, but that's just dyslexia for you.
A couple of my favorite webtoons were Sweet Home, which is a Korean horror webtoon.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Great. They've actually made a live action Netflix series that I haven't watched yet off of it. And The Adventures of God is great. Like that one is so damn funny.
I'll have to check that out. Because I'm current now on Down to Earth, so I have to wait for the next episode to come out.
Yeah, definitely look into Sweet Home. It's really good. Dude, Korea is killing it with media. Like,
oh, bro, their horror movies are great. I watch them on Shudder.
Oh,
tremendous. Yeah.
I was watching, me and my buddy went in a local store here, and they had Squid Game masks. And I was like, man, I want to watch that again.
Yeah, it's so good, bro.
Such a good show. I kind of want to try to get a star to watch it, but I can't remember if there's a lot of gore in it. I don't think there is because she can't handle gore very well. And I don't think I think there's like a lot of blood and stuff, but I don't think there's a lot of like guts.
There's some serious scenes, but I don't think you see guts. I think there's just blood and gunshots and stuff. Yeah, blood, gunshot. Like people are being actively murdered on screen, but I don't think you see like guts spilling out and stuff like that. So maybe I'll convince her to watch it. Like she's been watching Game of Thrones with me, and there's a lot of killing in that. So a lot and castration and all kinds of shit. Oh yeah, cutting dudes' dicks off and mailing them to their dads. Yeah. So Jesus Christ. Okay, so what's the next thing on our topic list? So have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Adult Happy Meals at McDonald's. I've heard about it. I've heard about it, that they're doing like the adult Happy Meals with nostalgia-based toys. No, the toys they're doing now are some weird... It's like an artist collaboration, but it's just like a little plastic figure. But they have 4 eyes instead of 2. But there's like... Oh, yeah. There's like Grimace, I think the Hamburglar. There's like 4 or 5 of them. The one I like and that I would actually like to have is the one that's not a McDonald's character. It's like the mascot of the artist. It just looks really cute, but I can't remember. I want to say it's like Pickle Boy or something like that he's called. I got to look it up now. Pickle Dick? Pickle Rick! No, not Pickle Rick. Not Pickle Rick. Adult Happy Meals are stressing McDonald's employees out. Shocker. Yeah. Adults are stressful. Cactus Plant is, I think he's Cactus Plant Boy. Because I think Cactus Plant is like the artist. Let's see. His name should be Ty, and they call him Cacti. Exactly. I'm just saying. It's called the Cactus Plant Flea Market Box. But I wonder why it's stressing people out. You get a Grimace, a Hamburglar, Birdie, or Cactus Buddy. I want Cactus Buddy. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Like, dude, he's super fucking cute. Well, I've seen the collection of them. I just didn't realize that was the adult Happy Meal. That guy. He looks like Sackboy. He does look like Sackboy. I want one, but I don't really eat McDonald's that much anymore. Like it's just kind of haven't had a taste for it. Like Jonathan loved it, so I would eat it with him. But if I'm gonna get fast food, I'd rather get a chicken sandwich from Burger King than McDonald's. So, That's fair. But we got some Wendy's the other day. That shit was good. So yeah, if anybody wants to send me a Cactus Buddy, that'd be cool. He'll show you his butthole. Yeah, I'll show you my butthole. If you send me 2 Cactus Buddies, I'll put one of them in my butthole. I'm not doing it with my only one, though. So since we have a lot of community questions this week, my good sir. Dude, y'all fucking killed it with the community question. Y'all been killing it every week, and we love you all. Yeah, because we've been hard up for coming up with topics we haven't had to because there's been so many questions. It's lovely. Yes. You want to do songs of the week? So... my song of the week, while Dalton chokes to death,
Got a little semen stuck in the back of his throat. Got to cough it up real quick. Make sure you wipe that up off the floor.
And I really hope I don't have throat cancer or something. The way I've been, my throat's been fucking bothering me.
I told you, slow down on the deep throating. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, you know, sometimes you just gotta get it in there.
Yeah. So my song of the week is a little song by a little band called Motley Crue. And the song is called This Ain't a Love Song. I feel like that's all I need to say about it, because you should go listen to it. See what it is, since it's not a love song. They tell you. What about you? What's your song of the week, Dalton?
So when I was thinking about my song of the week, I was thinking about something that I've heard a lot recently. And I just thought to myself, well, you know, I've got a big plan mindset. Maybe it's right for the right place and right time. Maybe tonight, as a whisperer handshake sends them a sign they want to make out and kiss hard. Wait, never mind. And that song is Tear You Apart by She Wants Revenge.
Nice. I like that name for that band.
Dude, it's a great name. And the album cover they had is awesome. There's just a chick standing there with like her arm behind her back on the front of it. And on the back of it, it's her with holding a knife behind her back. And I think I want to say that the knife has blood on it, but I don't remember. But yeah, it's a great album.
Sweet.
So
community.
Let's just dive right into the community questions, because like I said, we got like 4.5 pages of them. So
yeah.
Let's do it. Hey, hold on, real quick. Anybody who's listening at work, I hope you have a good day today. Enjoy your day.
Yeah. If you have to, punch your boss. This is America. You have freedoms and rights. Punch your boss. Right in the taint. Like, walk up to your boss and your boss is like, what do you want, Jackson? Bust a split. And while he's trying to figure out why you did it, uppercut him right in his taint. And then don't say a word. Just stand up, go back to your desk, sit down, and start doing your work again.
Show dominance.
When your boss tries to say something, I'd be like, what are you talking about? I've been at my desk all day. I didn't punch you in your taint. Who punches people in the taint? That's so fucking weird. Like, why are you... Are you on drugs? Mike, are you on drugs? And like, make a big deal of it, and then your boss will get fired for being on drugs.
I'll never forget the time I asked the teacher if they were on drugs, and he threatened to sue me. It's tremendous. So the first question comes from one Ostara.
Yes.
And I want to know why she wants to know this, first and foremost. What is your, quote, sword, unquote, size?
Yeah. I feel like this was more directed at you, because you talk about how big your dick is a lot.
What? I do not talk about how big my dick is. You talk about other people
all the time.
Other people talk about my dick.
I want people to go, we're on episode 32. Somebody, Jeff, Brian, somebody, go back and listen to all the episodes again and document if Dalton talks about how big his dick is at least once in every episode.
I don't think it's that big. I see it every day.
The community will show that you mention that your dick is big every single episode.
Well, hey, somebody's got to.
I mean, I have a nice average size penis. It's good. It's versatile. It fits in mouths, pussies, and buttholes. You know, you only need one hand to work it. You don't got to do the fucking two-handed shit. That tires you out. You know, working a lot of muscles doing two-handed. So, you know, I'm being considerate to the ladies. You know, I'm giving them a Swiss Army knife of dicks that can just take care of everything they need it to take care of. Dalton's over here with like, oh, got a 20-pound sledge for you.
So if I'm being honest, let me think.
4.5 inches.
That's longer than that. Not a ton, but it's longer.
4 3/4 inches.
It's probably like, I don't know, 7, maybe 8 if I push my fupa back.
Oh, the fupa, man. The fupa give you like a good inch or two.
I know. It's like, if I push that back.
Dude, when I lost a ton of weight, I was anorexic in my early 20s, and I went from like 260 down to like 198. Man, my dick was so decent looking. Like,
I would like to lose some more weight so my dick looks better, yeah.
I wish you could choose, and I know women out there listening to this will agree with me. I wish you could choose which parts of your body you lost weight from, because that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, because I would choose my titties, my double chin, and my fupa.
Yeah, fupa's got to go. Yeah, the man boobs, get rid of those. I don't even mind having a bit of a gut. Like, I mean, I'd rather have 6-pack abs, but not enough to actually do the work to get 6-pack abs.
See, I don't want 6-pack abs because, like, I've always found that I prefer the girls who like me for the fact that, like, not that they like me because I'm a bigger dude, but like they don't care that I'm a bigger dude. Whereas I feel like when you're rocking the 6-pack abs, you're gonna get a girl who's to say in 10 years you don't just really decide you like cheeseburgers, so you have a bunch of them, and then you get a gut, and she leaves you because you no longer have that 6-pack. Fuck that. Get a girl who likes you when you got the keg. That way, you bring home a 6-pack. She'll either be happy or she'll tell you she misses the keg, and then you can eat whatever you want. I mean, know what I'm saying? But so. I don't know, 6.5, 7 normally. Push the fupa back, could probably gain an inch. My thing is, it's like it's more of a girth conversation with me, and I'm trying to like think of something I can use in context. So
that's what kills me, because I'm always trying to explain to like somebody the size of round that it is, and it's like I don't know, because like I'm looking at it from a weird angle. So, like, I'm not seeing the full girth of it. I'm just seeing the width.
So, if you're listening and you are actually curious, I want you to go grab a can of Coke, okay? And not the middle. I'm not that ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I want you to, like, take your fingers and I want you to wrap it around the rim of that Coke, right? That's about the head of my dick. Like, if it was, like, flattened, just the slightness a little bit. Now you see, yeah, Jeremy's like, oh, that's why you don't get butt sex. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen chicks put cans of Coke up their asshole, so
yeah, they're
out there.
But still,
yeah.
There's your answer.
I honestly don't know. Like, I think I probably measured it like in high school, but like I don't know. It works 6, 7.
I meant to measure it, but I didn't.
Yeah, like I don't know, 6, 7, something like that. Like it's adequate. It gets the job done. You know, it's got a nice. Like, I mean, I can get my finger, I can get my fingers around it. Like, you know, I can touch the thumb and middle finger, so it's not super, super girthy, but it works. I mean, you know.
Hey, if it works, that's what matters the most.
It's popped plenty of O faces in its day. So, yeah.
That's what matters most.
Yeah. And I know dudes with like 10, 11 inch dicks. And like, I feel like most women don't actually want that.
No, dude, I want to be able to put my entire dick in you and not just half of it.
Yeah, I don't want to like try to like. I want my balls to slap. I want to hear that. Like, I don't want to have to like put it halfway in, you know, or else I'm gonna fucking rearrange your insides and give you some kind of weird disease.
Well, you might give her one of those anyway.
Well, no, I've always been clean. I've never had any STDs. Not one.
Next question.
No clap. No snap.
Ostara wants to know, PlayStation or Xbox?
I prefer Xbox. I do play my PS5 though. Usually I play PlayStation exclusives on PS5. I usually play everything else on Xbox because I like the controller. I like the layout of the controller. And yeah. So what about you?
So my answer to this is PC. But if I'm going to answer the actual question, I'm a Sony boy. I'm a PlayStation boy. And don't get me wrong. I have an Xbox controller that I use with my computer. You know what I mean? Yes. Because it's Microsoft and it's native. It works. But
speaking of,
so Sony's always got the better exclusives in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
So like I prefer Sony.
Speaking of, I meant to text you about this and I forgot. In that huge collection I had taken in, there was an Xbox One controller in there. Like, okay, cool. So I did the regular Xbox One controller. I didn't even like test it because I was like, this collection's so big, I'll roll the dice on it. So after she leaves, I'm going through everything, like pulling stuff out to price it. I pull the Xbox controller out. I go to check to see if it has batteries, and there's something taped to the back of it. And I was like, what is this? Pull it off. It looks like a flash drive. I look at it, and it has an Xbox logo on it, and it has a little sync button on the end of it. So guess what I didn't see in that collection? A Xbox controller wireless adapter for PC.
Nice.
And I was like, fuck yeah. Because, I do have a gaming PC. I'm like, now I can just hook my Xbox controller up to it.
Yes, sir.
I don't have to go spend like $50 or $60 on this damn adapter.
Well, it's not quite that expensive, but still, yeah. You got it for much cheaper.
I think it's 40-ish.
I think the one that when I ordered it, it might have been on sale then, because I think I paid like $30 for it, but
it could be. I don't know. I haven't looked.
I also got it like, way before everything got expensive.
Oh yeah.
But no, yeah, I love PlayStation. Next question from Ostara. Girl coming in strong in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite pasta noodle?
So, my favorite pasta noodle, and it is impossible to find anywhere, is wagon wheels. I fucking love wagon wheels. They're a dense, thicker pasta, and they're just so fucking pleasing to eat. And you can take your fork and line them up and get like 6 or 7 of them hooked on the fork and just deep throat a big old log of pasta. Harris Teeter, I think, is the only store around here that carries them, and they're fucking expensive. But like, you know, regular pasta is like $1, $2 a pound. I want to say those are like $4 or $5 a pound. But man, they're fucking good. Because it's one of the fancier pastas that comes in like a bag instead of a cardboard box. Like,
yeah, they might be multicolored. Yeah,
these are just regular, but yeah. So my favorite that I go to, like, just from the grocery store is cavatappi or corkscrew. So I really like those too. What about you, good sir?
I'm pretty easy. I really like shell pasta.
Shells are pretty good.
Just because when you make mac and cheese with shell pasta, you get those pockets of cheese when you bite into it. It's so good. Yeah. When it comes to like Italian pasta, though, I really like angel hair pasta.
See, I don't like super thin pasta.
And I also, don't get me wrong, I also like thick pasta. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm making, and generally, when I was up visiting Ryan for a month or for like 2 months straight, I almost had red sauce like every night. Oh, yeah. So I'm very much I'm going to make a white sauce now when I'm making stuff.
See, I
still love red sauce.
Red sauce all the way.
I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Not only red sauce, but ragu, old world style traditional sauce.
Make your own fucking sauce, Jeremy.
I don't make sauce. Fuck that shit. Why make stuff when I can just buy it?
Because you can make it better.
No, I can't. You might can make it better. I can't make it better. I'm gonna fuck it up. Plus, I don't like my sauce to have chunks and shit in it. So I like
get an immersion blender.
Get the fucking ragu. It's already strained out. It's just fucking red water. It's red tomato flavored water. Fucking, it's good.
Whatever. So
basically, Dalton likes his pasta thin and his dick's thick.
Yeah, why not? But I like thick pasta too.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
And you like thin dicks too, so.
What is your most painful injury? And that comes from Ostara.
So my most painful injuries were probably most immediately painful was my kidney stones. I don't know if that technically counts as an injury, but it fucking hurt like a bitch. I know that much.
That is a sickness. That is not an injury.
I injured my kidney. I injured my kidneys. Oh, it fucking injured that tube between my kidneys and my bladder when it scraped through that motherfucker.
Your urethra? No, that's the other tube.
No, yeah.
It probably hurt coming out of that motherfucker too, unless you got
it was tiny. It was pretty small. I just pissed it out. I had to piss through paint strainers for like 4 days to catch it, so that the doctor could be like, it's calcium buildup. Like, you fucking think so? But apparently it can be other shit that's more serious. So they wanted to test it. I think I had good insurance. So I think they just wanted to keep getting insurance money out of it. Possibility. As far as injuries, probably that pinched nerve in my neck. I'm sure you remember it. That like earlier this year, like I literally broke down sobbing one day uncontrollably because it just hurt so fucking bad. And I was like 4 or 5 days of only being able to sleep like an hour a night. And I was just so over it. Yeah, it was bad. Like it was literally like somebody was hitting me. You know that big like lump at the top of your spine where your spine meets your neck? It was like somebody was hitting that with a hammer. And it wouldn't stop no matter what if I sat down, if I laid down, if I stood up, walked around, whatever, didn't help. No medication helped to the point that I was taking Percocet and it wasn't making a difference. One night I took a double dose of muscle relaxers, like a BC powder, and put Aspercream on it, and it didn't do anything. Like I was just like, fucking
muscle relaxers just make
me
me want to sleep.
Well, the doctor claimed that my muscles in my neck and shoulders were really tight and they were pushing forward on my neck, causing this nerve to pinch. But like, I don't think that's what it was, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so. But yeah, so probably that. I've been fortunate not to have a lot of like accident injuries. I've broke my pinky. I tore the tendons and ligaments in my elbow, but I was in elementary school playing football. Cracked a rib. That sucked pretty bad. I'm sure I've broken toes kicking shit, but yeah, that shoulder just beat all else.
So I can name a few. I've had some painful shit. I got uppercutted in high school.
Oh, that sucks.
And it hit me right under the jaw, and it broke the center of my tooth out.
Oh.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Jeremy. I can kind of point and show you like how it happened. Like, cause you can't really see my tooth anymore. It got fixed, but I got hit and it was like, bam. And my teeth were clenched. So it chipped one of my teeth up here, and this other one, instead of like at the bottom of your tooth, take your finger and move it up like to the middle of your tooth.
Oh yeah.
And that whole center area just went boom and shot out.
Jesus.
And yeah, it really sucked. I broke the other kid's nose and I broke my finger on his fucking face. But like, he got that one good fucking uppercut that fucked my teeth up, which I was mad about because they're my teeth. You know what I mean? Like my teeth are not great already. I've had my nose broken. I punched a pole at high school one time, and my fucking finger, like my one finger was like the size of these two fingers put together. Like it was just fucking huge. I fucked it up so bad. I fell skateboarding once and bashed my knee when I was trying to learn how to drop in, and I still have knee problems to this day. And but I think the worst pain that I go through, and I don't know if it's sciatica or if it's a pinched nerve that just slips every now and then, or if I slip a disc every now and then or what, but I will just do something like usually, and I got a taller, like Megan, when you were in my bathroom, if you wondered why I have such a high fucking thing to wash your hands of the sink part, it's because the other one was so low and I'd have to like lean down to wash my hands. And while I'm leaning down, I would cough or something. And that's all it took. My back was out. It would just boom. And I'd hit the fucking ground. I couldn't walk. My whole right leg couldn't move like without excruciating pain.
So I want to interject for a second. The bathroom sink thing. I have a gross ass thing to ask you.
Oh,
have you ever been brushing your teeth and just had to pee and just like turn the water on, hung your dick in the sink and just peed in the sink while you were brushing your teeth?
I have peed in sinks before, but I've never been in that particular situation. No.
I've done it a couple of times when I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, man, I really got to pee. Like I'd be like out of the shower or something, so I'm just standing in there naked brushing my teeth and just like,
bro, why not just walk over to the toilet while you're brushing your teeth?
Why not just pee in the sink? It all goes the same place. I wash the sink out after I'm done. Like at least like take your hand, cup the water, and like splash it. And make sure you get all the dribbles,
bruh.
A sink is basically a urinal you brush your teeth in,
bruh.
Tell me if I'm wrong. A sink is a urinal you brush your teeth in.
You're wrong. A sink is you're wrong.
If you pee in it, it's a urinal.
People don't wash their hands in a urinal. You don't brush your teeth in the urinal. When you're done brushing your teeth, you don't go over to the urinal, flush it, and then hold your toothbrush in there to get it nice and clean. That's not what happens.
Some people might. You don't have urinals in your house.
Bullshit. I guarantee you, if somebody had a urinal in their house, it's the last fucking thing they would be doing with it.
I don't know. There's some weird toothbrush cleaner. There's some weird ass people out there.
Yeah, but those people would like lick the inside of the urinal. They're not going to like rinse their toothbrush off in there.
True.
There was a guy who went into the bathroom the other day after I was leaving at work, and I won't lie to you guys. I was just going and sitting on the toilet to have 5 minutes to fucking sit down while I was at work.
I've done that before too.
I got up, and there was a guy sitting outside of the stall just like waiting to come in. And I was like, oh, it's all yours, man. And he went in there, and as he was shutting the door, he was already going over, and I couldn't tell if he was going to throw up or if he was going to lick the toilet seat or something. But all I'm saying is I didn't hear him throw up as I was leaving. So I was just like, oh, interesting.
He's probably like, oh yeah, I'm going to lick up this ass sweat real quick.
Also, I had somebody tell me, be careful when you're cleaning the men's bathroom, because apparently our men's bathroom is notorious for having needles in the trash can and shit.
All right, then.
Wonderful. I guess they feel safe shooting up at Walgreens because there's a pharmacy right there or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think my back issues is my most painful thing because it just renders me unable to walk.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll walk around with a cane. I hobble around. It's bad. I need back rubs.
I ain't helping you. Fuck you and your back.
Oh, come on. Come on, guy.
I only give back rubs as foreplay.
You only give back rubs as foreplay.
Yeah, back rubs turn into sex stuff, so yeah.
Not if you have self-control.
That's why I got fired from the massage place.
The
guy was like, wait, what are you doing?
And didn't fuck. So it's possible. It's fucking hard, but it's possible.
So you're saying you would give a married man a foot, or say you would give a married woman a foot rub? That shit ain't right.
Oh, that whole scene's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you rub my feet then? Fuck you.
Fuck you. See, I thought you said it wasn't sexual.
I mean, we've been walking around all day. I could really go for one. Man, you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna kill your ass.
Oh, man.
All right, so see photo at the top from Jeff. So this is make your perfect Halloween night. So we have choices. So the first row is A.
So let's do it row by row.
Yeah. So A.
First row is movies.
B is Paranormal Activity. C is Halloween. D is The Exorcist. E is Scream. F is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So what's your choice?
I'm a little torn because I really like it. I haven't seen the new one, but I liked the original back in the day. I like The Exorcist. I like Scream. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Halloween's good. Paranormal Activity's not bad. I'm probably going to pick the one that I've seen the least. That way it would be almost fresh to me again.
Yeah.
And that would probably be Scream. Because I think I've only seen that movie once or twice.
Yeah, I watched that movie the other day.
I know you made me want to watch it when you're hearing you talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a good movie. And I kind of didn't like it that much when it came out because it got so hyped up. And I'm the kind of guy, like, when it comes to horror movies, that's like, there's the originals. And then when you try to, like, add to that pantheon of horror villains, I meet it with a little resistance. So I'm like, Ghostface is not as good as Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers. And, like, now I feel like, yeah, he's kind of solidified his place in that upper pantheon.
He stood the test of time.
Oh, yeah. So I would go Halloween because of that list, that's probably the best one to me. I prefer Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, but Halloween right in there. So the second category is your snack. Number 1 is popcorn. Number 2 is a hot dog. Number 3 is ice cream. Number 4 is nachos. Number 5 is pick and mix, which I'm assuming is either ice cream with shit in it or just like a couple of different candies. I don't really know what pick and mix is. And number 6 is chocolate. So I got to go with the hot dog or maybe the popcorn, depending. If I ate before the movie, popcorn. If I didn't eat before the movie, hot dog.
Okay, so when I first saw this, I mean, obviously popcorn is like the obvious answer. Everybody loves popcorn, right?
Yeah.
But hot dog jumped out at me and I was like, man, I never thought about having a nice hot dog while I'm eating, like, or while I'm at the movie theater and everything. Didn't even see nachos. Didn't even get that far. My answer is fucking nachos. Anytime nachos are a choice.
Dalton saw a wiener and was like, I know what I'm putting in my mouth. Don't need to look at the rest of the list.
But nachos, bro, I fucking love nachos. I have a thing for nacho cheese. I would pour nacho cheese on some titties and lick it off. Like,
nice.
Oh, I love it.
Put a little jalapeno slice on the nipples.
Fucking, you get me.
Yeah.
You get me. Because then it spices up her nipple a little bit too. Yeah.
What you do is you take the cheese, you start at the nipple and you do like a swirl pattern around to the circumference of the tit. Then you put the little jalapeno right on the nipple, and then you just start at the bottom. You work your way all the way around. You cover the whole nipple, and then when you get to the end, you get a spicy little treat.
Yeah.
Or her screaming in pain because her nipple's on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to de-seed it. You know, be nice to her.
One or the other.
Unless you're trying to cause some pain. And the final row.
Some of them like that.
The final row is your beverage.
Yes.
So A is Pepsi. I assume that's just soda.
Yeah, just soda.
B, a Tango Ice Blast or an Icy.
Yeah, an Icy or a Slurpee or whatever you want to call it.
C is milkshake.
Yep.
D is alcohol, which they have beer shown, but yeah, alcohol. E is water. F is coffee.
Yes.
I'm going either A or E. So like I'm doing Pepsi or water, one of the two.
I'm going to go with water just because that's what I drink 95% of the time. I'll have a soda very occasionally. I'll have orange juice every now and then, but mostly it's just water. Get a fucking Capri Sun in there every now and then. Those motherfuckers are great. Have you ever cut open a Capri Sun and poured it into a glass?
No, I'm afraid to see what's inside those pouches.
It looks like piss.
Oh, that I don't doubt.
Yeah,
like I hear so many stories about there being mold in those pouches, and then like some of them ferment into alcohol and stuff, and I'm just like, I'd rather just not know.
Yeah.
Let it stay in the darkness.
So I pick Halloween. I'll go popcorn. Because a hot dog I'm going to be done with before the movie even starts. I'll go with popcorn and water.
Scream Nachos Pepsi.
All right.
And it would cost us $30 a piece to get that stuff at the movie theater.
$60 because we would take ladies with us. They would want something too.
That's fair.
Well, the popcorn's good and the nachos are good because you can share it with your lady. Say, hey, you want some popcorn? And then when it gets down to about half full, cut a hole in the bottom of the bag. You stick your dick in there. And then, you want some popcorn, babe? She's like, no, I'm good. And Dalton's like, I'll take some. And I'm like, no. Dalton reaches in, grabs the head of my dick, doesn't stop, starts making eye contact. I jizz all in the popcorn. He eats some of it. And then we get married and buy a cabin in Vermont.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah. So the next question is, have you ever thought about having someone guest on the pod by Ostara? Yes.
You should listen to our backlog.
Yeah, because we've been begging people to come talk with us on the pod. Nobody wants to go to the levels we go to. Like, that's what I've asked a few people that we know that like have recording equipment and have the wherewithal to record a podcast, and they're all like, well, I really wouldn't want to talk about the personal details of my life that you guys talk about. So if anybody listening wants to talk about some personal shit and you can record a podcast, hit us up. You got to have a microphone. We have free software you can use.
Yeah.
Headphones, decent computer, microphone, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would love I would love to have somebody come on and guest. That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
But you kind of have to meet us with debauchery. I have pitched it to my other podcast hosts, and they're like, nah.
No,
thanks.
We have families. Me and Dalton are out here like, nobody cares about us. We'll tell it all. We don't give a fuck.
They don't really care about us. Mother of God. Yeah, please though. Come fucking guest.
Yes.
So what have you done to cheer yourself up when you were depressed and feeling numb? From Ostara. I have a few answers to this.
Yeah, I do as well. It's a tricky situation though, because I've had those days where, you're just numb to everything. Nothing brings you joy. I've been sitting at my desk at the store with YouTube, all the streaming services, Xbox, PlayStation, everything. I just sit at my desk and put my head down or something because just nothing sounds good to me. And for me personally, you just kind of have to ride that wave. I kind of have to ride it out. If I need to get out of it, sometimes talking to somebody you care about helps.
Yeah, very much.
Funny, upbeat music sometimes helps.
See, I'm the opposite there. See, we might have had this conversation before.
I think we did.
Where when I'm very sad and depressed, I go to sad and depressing music. I'm listening to Typo Negative's deep, sad shit, or Zeromancer's song about lost love and things like that. I'm very much not I don't want to hear a happy song, because when I feel that way, I'm like, oh, you're super happy? Cool, good for fucking you.
Yeah, I love depressing music, but it's sort of when I want to wallow in it, because sometimes it's peaceful to be there. So sometimes you just want to wallow in it a little bit. But yeah, music, like I said, people you care about can sometimes help. Story-driven video games help me because it's a way for me to disassociate from my life and become this character and kind of live through this character for a little while. And, in Ghost of Tsushima, going around slicing up Mongolians with a katana, or in Judgment running around
whipping ass.
No, what's the fucking city? Camacho.
Camarocho.
Camarocho. Running around Camarocho just beating the shit out of everybody. Like, oh, it's so satisfying to just beat the ever-loving shit out of some street punks. Yeah, so like that's one of my things, is that's an escape. That's why I love story-driven video games so much, because it's an escape for me from my regular life. I can just become someone better, for like, you know, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm becoming somebody who is somebody who's important, who's strong, who's brave, whatever, when I'm feeling low about myself. So
yeah,
that'd probably be my best answer. You got anything else to add to it?
Yeah. Some of the things that I do, like I said, I mentioned, you know, sad music. I will not be afraid to crank out one like 5 times in a day to see if that helps.
I'll say porn sometimes helps.
Give myself some bursts of endorphins or whatever, you know.
Burst of jisms.
A burst of jisms. So listen, sidebar. There's been a few times lately. So here recently, I've been offered things that have made me fire more attentively than normal. And there's been more than one occasion where, like, afterwards, you know, you're going to take the post finishing pee.
Oh, you got to clean the pipes out. Yeah. Don't want any rust built up in there.
And like, I scratch my belly and my finger goes into my belly button and I'm like, oh god damn it. And I got to get some tissue paper and clean my, like, dude, there's been like multiple times lately that I'm just like, how the fuck? I didn't even see it go in my belly. How the fuck did I jizz my belly button? What the fuck?
Dude, did we talk about it last week? About my sex drive on these antidepressants? I can't remember if we talked about it.
It was nothing, right?
No, like it's definitely a lot lower than it was before. But when I'm feeling a little, you know, rambunctious, I'm not sleeping with anybody right now. But when I get a little rambunctious, I want to go, you know, say hello to my monster.
Yeah.
My fucking orgasms have been fucking phenomenal lately. And I don't know if it's like the fewer and far between, or...
That's exactly what it is.
But I don't think it is, because I did it twice one day and both of them were fucking great. Like,
yeah, but when's the last time you did it twice in a day?
High school.
A while. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
that's not an abnormal thing for me.
But I'm hoping that, like, maybe it has something to do with the medication, because it would be great if I could have those orgasms every time. Like, yeah. I'm literally talking about, like, I don't know how you do it. I sit on the toilet. I'll put it out there. I sit on the toilet backwards so I can put my phone on the tank with whatever pictures or videos or whatever I want to watch, you know. I can sort of lean forward and really get into it. Try it. If you haven't tried it, sit on the toilet backward to jerk off. It's kind of like frozen Swiss cake rolls. But anyways, it's like fucking like pick my feet up off the ground kind of fucking orgasms lately, and that shit is great. I enjoy it thoroughly.
So I'm going to be honest with you, since we're just like being candid about our masturbation here lately, or you for however long it's been. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. I'm an open book. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I am the same way. It's like, if you listen to this, you already know that we're both like fucking littered with debauchery. So, let's see. When did I meet her and we started talking? Probably like 2 weeks ago now, maybe a little longer than that. Probably longer than that, but my fucking brain is awful. Anyways, so like probably like at least over a month ago, like it got to the point where like even porn was just like not doing it for me. So like when I busted a nut, it was never like earth shattering. It had been a long time since I had an earth shattering nut.
Where it's like you almost don't get an orgasm from it at all. It's just dumping some seed. Like, it's fucking sucks. It's like I put all this effort in for nothing. For nothing.
Yeah. So it was a lot of those, and it started getting to the point where I was like, and I'd heard that, excuse me, that burp come out of nowhere. I'm like mid trying to talk, and it was just like burp. Oh Jesus. I think it was Tyler from Tadpog. Shout out Tyler and Dave Play Old Games, who was saying that like he never really enjoyed blowjobs until he quit jacking off.
Oh yeah.
And once he quit jacking off, like all of a sudden blowjobs became fucking amazing. And I always think about that every time I'm jacking off, and I'm like, maybe this is why I've never thought I had a good blowjob, is because like I jack off a lot. But here recently, I've been receiving material that has just been like making my fucking legs shake, and I'm not used to that anymore, and it's been wonderful. Oh yeah, absolutely wonderful. But yeah, so like that. So back to things that cheer me up when I'm sad. Jerking off is one of them.
Getting blowjobs, that helps a lot too.
Yep, absolutely. Playing my guitar helps. Doing vocals, like I call it primal scream therapy, where I'll just put on something heavy and just let it out. And then like I'm not above crying. I'm not above just letting that shit out, right? And just letting it flow, getting it out of my system. I'm the same way when I'm sick. If I feel myself and I'm like slightly nauseous or anything, like I'm quick to go make myself throw up, make that shit go away.
Yeah, I can't. I hate throwing up. Like, it's fucking... I'd rather you cut my arm off. Fucking hate throwing up.
Yeah. So Ostara's next question. And I have to say this, and it's like, at least here recently, like being able to go to like Megan on the days that I'm having bad brain days, or you, or Ostara, or Nate, Willie, like anybody. Like, it's been really nice, like having you guys to be like, hey man, guess what? You don't suck nearly as bad as your brain's telling you suck right now. So like, so I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys.
And that's how I am with like, you, like you said, Megan, Ostara, Christina. I have this support group that tells me, like, shout out to Christina. She's one of the main ones. She's one of my best friends. She will not let me talk bad about myself. She'll be like, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about my friend like that. And I kind of do the same thing to her. Like, I don't let her talk bad about herself because it's not true. Like, and I really appreciate that. Like, it helps when, people tell you, like, genuinely are telling you, you're pretty fucking awesome. Like, because sometimes, like, I have that little anxiety monster and he fucking sucks. But there's not a lot you can do. So. Yeah, for sure. So her next question, dragons or Phoenix? Hold on. Wait. We got to go back because you never said how you jerk off. You said you do it a lot, but you never said how you actually do it. Oh, dude, it depends on the situation. I don't particularly do it in my computer chair. Like, and I don't particularly watch porn on my computer. Yeah. I have pulled up OnlyFans here and there on my computer. That's how they get you. But, no, man, I lay in my bed with my phone and I have like a towel next to me or something, or some tissues. And I just like fire one off onto my stomach and clean it up. I'll say, you ever just like lay the washcloth on your stomach and just nut onto it so it's a little bit easier to clean up? I mean, I could. You got to be careful with that though, because if you get a particularly aggressive cum shot, you could like spray your chin or something, and then Oh man, dude, no. So like, I don't aim my dick towards my face. Right? You just aim it up. Like, I just kind of aim it up and slightly to an angle, and that motherfucker lately has just been like firing upwards and then coming down like a mortar onto my stomach. And that's why I wonder if I didn't see it go in my belly button, because it was like a hole-in-one shot. Now, I will say, usually I do it in the bathroom just because it's easier clean up. You just dab a little bit with the toilet paper and you're good to go. But I have to add a little more like tabooness to it, make it feel a little better. I have actually like put a rubber on in the bed and did it because you can kind of like close your eyes and imagine some chick is riding you. Yeah, you can put a condom on and close your eyes and imagine sex with a condom on. So it's like, I mean, I don't have the problem you have. I don't have a fucking Pringles can of a dick, so condoms fit like they're supposed to. I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. Yeah, and it's kind of funny to watch the reservoir tip just like expand out when you come. It's just like starts like heartbeating, and then you see it just start running down around your head. And it's like, oh, I gotta clean that, because like, ladies, if you don't know, as soon as we nut, like all the blood rushes back to our brains, and we usually just have this like shameful moment where we're just like, why'd I do that? So I love that Jim Jeffries bit where he says, the moment after a guy comes on your face is the nicest he will ever be to you in his entire life. Yep. Because we're just washed over with shame and regret that we asked that of you. Yep. Yeah.
So, dragons or phoenix?
Dragons.
I also think dragons. Phoenixes are cool. I do enjoy a good phoenix. I love all the Tenacious D albums, but I love their album Rise of the Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Tenacious D too, but I was thinking, 'twas I who fucked the dragon.
Buckalizing, buckaloo. Yes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one because I know this one's on the next page. What type of coin is your favorite? I have a favorite amount of change.
I want to add a caveat to this.
Okay.
I'm going to add 2 caveats because you said that. Your favorite legal currency coin.
Okay.
Your favorite amount of change.
Okay.
And your favorite non-currency coin. So any kind of coin that's not some nationality's legal currency. So from a show or a movie or whatever, or history or whatever.
Okay.
So I'll let you go first.
Okay. So my favorite currency.
Yes.
I love gold dollars.
Huh.
The gold dollar coins. I also like, are they silver dollars? The ones that you would get for when for the tooth fairy type thing? Was it silver? Was that just the thing my mom did? Was give me silver? That was just your
mom, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's silver dollars, yeah. I would just get cash.
I would trade the silver dollars to my mom for cash. And I feel like she just had like a handful of silver dollars that I got over and over and over.
Probably. She probably had one that you just kept getting over and over.
But
a silver dollar's worth like $25. I'm guessing she was giving you $1 for it.
Yeah.
You got gypped, dude. Should have took those silver dollars to the pawn shop.
So my favorite amount of change.
Yes.
Or do you want to do this one by one?
We'll do one by one. My favorite currency, I'm going to go out of country, is the toonie, the $2 Canadian coin. Have you ever seen one?
I have not.
I have to show you. So they're really cool. So the $1 bill or the $1 coin in Canada is called a loonie, and the $2 bill is called a toonie. And I just always thought it was funny that they had money called Looney Toonie.
A Looney Toonie? Yeah, that's fantastic.
So yeah, this is what a toonie looks like. It's the middle is like a goldish, like a silver, like a gold dollar kind of thing, and the outer rim is silver. So it's like the outer rim is like the material of a quarter, and then the other is like the material of like 50 cent, not a penny, but like a 50-cent piece or something like that. But it has a polar bear on it too. That's really cool.
That is cool.
That's my favorite. So what is your favorite amount of change?
41 cents.
I agree, and I can tell you why. I know why you say it too. Because it's one of each coin in the register.
Yeah, buddy.
41 cents. I've had that thought. So I'm like, 41 cents is my favorite amount of change because it's a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny.
Yeah. 36.41 is the best thing ever because you're just giving them one of everything in the register.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Tremendous.
Yep.
And what was the last one? The favorite fake currency?
Favorite fake coin. I'm going to go with the iron coin that Jack and Hagar gives Arya in Game of Thrones. I think that's really cool.
Okay. I haven't gotten that far, so I don't know the reference, but I'll take your word for it. That is cool.
You'll see it. It's pretty cool.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember the name of the coins that they used in the Witcher series because I don't think it was gold. They were Nilfgaardian something. Fuck, I don't know, space credits. Like, I can't think of the one that I really want.
Ducat is the gold coin of unknown origin from Witcher.
Ducats. That might have been what it was.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty good answers.
I do. So this next one's from Adam. Shonen or Seinen? Seinen.
I don't know what those are.
Okay, so Shonen, they're types of anime.
So Shonen Jump.
Yeah, I was going to say, you like Dragon Ball Z? It's a Shonen. Probably
Shonen, because doesn't Shonen cover like Demon Slayer and a bunch of other stuff?
I do believe so, yes.
Let me look it up. The other one's Seinen. I didn't do a lot of research for this. So Seinen does like Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, what else? Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Code Geass, and then Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump would do like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball Z. I'm probably going to go with Shonen, but I do like Attack on Titan, so I don't know. I know Shonen, so I'm going to go with Shonen. Because I think Shonen does Death Note as well. But I don't know. I'm sure like anime fans are screaming at us right now.
Oh yeah. Kana and Adam both want our heads.
Yeah. They're Kamahamaha in us. Like they're building up spirit bombs right now to toss at us.
So this one comes in from DC Smoke Down. This is my buddy Dylan. Ketchup or catsup?
Neither, but I don't know what the difference is either. But I don't like either one, so
I think it's the same thing. I think it's just pronounced differently.
I mean, if you're saying like,
call it catsup.
I think if you're saying like, what do I call it? I'll call it ketchup. But if there's
Google it.
If they're different things, then I don't like either one of them. I just remember there was that one show where they were talking about the salad bar, and they were like, "We got 9 different kinds of ketchup and 5 different kinds of catsup."
There is no difference between ketchup and catsup.
Okay,
they're just 2 different terms for the same thing. So I'm ketchup.
Yeah, I say ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup, and that shit's delicious on some hot ass fries.
I don't like it, so.
Oh man, I got to tell you this. You'll find this funny. So I'm talking to Megan, and I mentioned, asked her if she liked mayonnaise. She's like, "Ew, no, I hate mayonnaise." And I just went, "Of course, everybody hates mayonnaise but me, it seems, and my dad. Like we like." But so she goes, "I love mustard though," and I told my mom that, and let me tell you, for the longest time, my mom has been the only person in this house who hates mayonnaise and loves mustard. Me and my dad also love mustard. In fact, we're a bit psychotic about putting mustard onto hot dogs. But
I mean, that's a pretty popular thing, though. I think
mustard on hot dogs. Yeah. But we like load it up. Load it up with mustard, bro. It is a vessel to just get mustard into our mouths. But my mom, if you could have seen the look on her face where she felt like that she's finally gonna have somebody on her team of Team No Mayonnaise. She was just giddy, and it was cute. It was nice to see. Your favorite hack and slash game and your favorite slasher movie from Adam.
So slasher movie is probably gonna be Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. Just like I said, it's so campy when what's his name? Johnny Depp gets pulled through the bed and just blood goes everywhere. Like, I just love that movie. As far as hack and slash games, I never know what falls under that genre.
Anything that's kind of like the original God of War games, Devil May Cry, that sort of game is Dynasty Warriors. They're hack and slash games. Do you do a bunch of hacking and slashing in the games? It's a hack and slash.
Okay, but I mean, like, I do a bunch of hacking and slashing in like the new God of War game, but I don't feel like that's a hack and slash.
No, I think, well, it's a little more slower paced. So I think like a hack and slash is also like a fast paced game.
Okay, so I'd probably say like Hyrule Warriors was. Yeah, both Hyrule Warriors games are really good hack and slash games to me.
Okay. My favorite slasher film. Man, can I cheat and say the 1984 season of American Horror Story? Like, it's so good. I love it. It's so campy.
To me, it was an 80s slasher flick season of the show, and it was pretty good. So I'll allow it. I don't know. Adam might put a scorpion in a box and mail it to you, but
he would never. He would lose his editor. He doesn't want that. Don't scare your editor off with a scorpion, Adam. Don't do it. You love me too much.
I don't know. They have scorpions in Australia. Maybe they'll send you a big ass spider.
Dude, they have everything there.
True.
Anything that could haunt your dreams, they have in Australia. Yeah. Let's see. Like an actual slasher film, though, dude. I'm trying to think because I've seen a bunch, but like all my movie watching was when I was younger. I'm only recently getting back into watching movies again. So,
Child's Play 2 was a really good one too.
I liked what was the one that was Jason and he was they were in space. Was it
H2O?
Was it Jason X?
I think it was Jason X. It was Jason X or Jason H2O. Or
I don't know. It was campy as fuck, but I loved it.
No, because H2O was Michael Myers. Yeah, so I think it was Friday. Yeah, Jason X. Yes, because he had that weird ass metal mask.
Yeah.
2455. The year is 2455. The place is Old Earth. Once the shimmering blue jewel of the galaxy, Old Earth is now a contaminated planet abandoned for centuries. Yet humans have returned to the deadly place that they once fled. Not to live, but to research the ancient rusting artifacts of the bygone civilizations that have caused this environmental disaster. And little does the most recent landing party of intrepid explorers realize the fate that awaits them. That was a horrible fucking, synopsis of that movie.
Let's see. Oh, and then my favorite hack and slash game. God, what a good question. I think I'm gonna give it to the original God of War.
See, I never played any of this.
PS2.
Because I don't really prefer that style of game. I prefer the new God of War style of game. That's why I love the new God of War so much, because it's one of the best video games.
Yeah. I am still very, very much... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm still very, very much looking forward to seeing that game on sale and picking it up.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking phenomenal.
I'm hoping like with the second one coming out that the first one will go on sale for, $20-$30 and I'll snag it on a payday or something.
Oh, yeah.
If you had a pony, where would you ride it illegally first? And that comes from Dylan.
Through a mall. I think I would dress up in like a tuxedo with long tails and a top hat. Like put glitter and shit in the pony's mane and put a unicorn horn on it and just like ride it side saddle through the mall with my chin up in the air. Look super dignified.
Hell yeah. It's not a bad idea, except I feel like we need some sombreros and some margaritas.
That's a donkey, not a pony.
Oh, you're right.
God damn it. If you're going to be racist, get your racism right, Dalton.
I'm distracted. I'm so sorry. That is a donkey. Oh, man. It's like I've smoked 2 joints already while we were recording. Okay, so with a pony, where am I going to ride it illegally? I want to ride it onto the middle of a football field while there's a football game going on.
Nice.
Like a streaker.
Yeah.
But instead I'm like on a pony.
Be naked on a pony, riding it through.
I don't know about that.
Kelly can be a boy's name too.
I'm the sexiest stud.
That was a donkey.
Let's see what's next. I lost my place. Oh, there we go. Favorite dragon power. Think Dragonlance Chronicles powers from Adam.
I don't know what that means, so I don't know. But I've always thought the fact that dragons breathe fire was cool as fuck. So I'm going to say fire breathing. So I'm assuming that's a dragon power in Dragonlance Chronicles. I may be wrong, Adam. If I am, I apologize. But fire breathing is really cool.
Fire breathing is super cool. I don't know the Dragonlance thing. Sorry, Adam. I'm going to go Skyrim. And I like the shout that you can change the weather.
Do dragons do that?
In the game, there's like a dragon power that you can get that you shout it to the sky and it changes the weather. Like if it's raining, you can make it clear the sky and stop raining. It's cool.
Nice.
Favorite piece of Star Wars media not in the main film series? That's easy for me. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
So I'm torn because one is actually canon in the movies. I don't know if the other one's canon. So one would be Jedi Fallen Order. That story is amazing, but it is technically canon. The other is a book called Tales of the Bounty Hunters, and it's 5 individual stories about Boba Fett, Dengar, Greedo, IG-88, and I can never remember the last guy. But like, man, they're so good, like backstory kind of stuff. That book is great. I love it. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you like reading the books, look up Tales of the Bounty Hunters.
My buddy Dustin could talk to you for hours about Star Wars books. He loves them.
Nice.
Speaking of books, what do you think is the best Stephen King novel?
Let me look some up so I make sure I'm telling, because I haven't read a lot of Stephen King, but I've watched a lot of Stephen King.
I can give you, like, off the top of my head, there's like The Stand, Pet Sematary, Salem's Lot, Carrie, a Buick, is that a Buick 7? Maybe a Buick 8. Misery, Christine, yeah, The Haunted Car.
Oh, nope, I've got it. The Green Mile, my favorite Stephen King book. Yep. I actually read that in high school, and it's a great book.
You know what's amazing to me is that Shawshank Redemption was such a good movie for being based on a short story.
Yeah.
But Green Mile, yeah, good stuff, dude. In my opinion, the best Stephen King novel I've ever read was Pet Sematary. And it's just because, like, that book scared the shit out of me. It was the first book that ever scared the shit out of me. And I had already seen the movie. Like, I should have expected what was coming. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
his fucking way with words and stuff. He knows how to fucking make you just. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I would really like to read Salem's Lot. I think I have it, and I should dedicate some time this month to reading that. Because what a better time,
yes,
than to read it, But yeah. Best candy to give out on Halloween and best candy to eat on Halloween, and that comes from Adam. Might have the same answer.
Mine might be too. My favorite to eat is Reese's. Reese's cups are great, or like the little packs of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, buddy.
As far as candy to give out, because like I want to say Reese's, but some kids have nut allergies, some kids have chocolate allergies, and you don't want to kill a kid. Like you don't say you want to kill a kid, so maybe the Sour Patch Kids, the little mini packs. I think those would be pretty good.
Okay.
What about you?
Butterfinger.
Get your fingers off my Butterfinger.
Just Butterfinger. Now, if I'm going like for myself, it's going to be either Butterfinger or sour gummy worms.
Oh yeah.
But Butterfinger. I love Butterfingers. They're so good. Don't you lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Don't you lay a finger on my Butterfinger. I love the Simpsons commercials they did back in the day.
Hell yeah. With Bart.
Oh yeah.
So, from Ostara, swords or guns? This is easy for me.
So, I have two answers to this. For personal protection, guns. For collecting, looking at, admiring, whatever, swords and blades. Like, swords and blades are so much cooler, but if someone breaks in your house and you have a katana and they have a gun, you're going to die. Because they're going to shoot you before you can get close enough to cut them. That being said, if I could get really good with like throwing hatchets and just stand in the dark hallway and wait for him to turn the corner and just whack right in between the eyes.
My answer is swords. It's always going to be swords. I think that the world would be a better place if we fought war still with swords and shields and things, because people would be less likely to just go to war, because you can't just pull a trigger from 100, 200 yards away.
I can't agree with that, because even during the time of swords, there was a lot of war, because the people who decide to go to war don't fight in the wars.
Yeah, but see, we would kill them now. Think about this.
They didn't
you have
kill
swords.
them back then.
We have swords. Yeah, back then they didn't have social media. They couldn't rally together as one big fucking mass of a
They had cities.
Hive mind. It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't work. I'm telling you, it wouldn't work.
It would work better than if we had. It works better without. It would work better without guns.
I mean, yeah, but if we had guns, we could just shoot them from a distance.
Okay, but then they also would have guns, and they would be shooting us from a distance, and have drones and bomb us.
No, because we just talked about it. They don't fight the actual wars. We have guns and drones and shit now. We're the little people controlling that shit. We could go fucking blow them up and shit, but we don't do it because we're fucking idiots. We listen we listen to them when they make us fight each other over our color of our skin or what color your political party is.
Swords are better.
Like I said, swords are better for everything except personal protection.
In general.
Okay, so when I come break in your house with my Taurus Public Defender 357 and you have a fucking broadsword and you're like, I'm going to cut your head off, and I go bang, and then, I'll steal all your shit. I stick my finger in your dead butthole.
I wouldn't have a broadsword. Okay. I'm a little quicker than that. 2, I would have a throwing hatchet and hit you in the face. Like, I'm already at that level. So, like, you got to get up to my level, homeboy. You might be out there fist fighting bears. I've been out here splitting motherfuckers' faces open. So,
but here's the thing: is you're going to throw the hatchet. I'm going to duck out of the way, and then I'm going to shoot.
No, you're not.
Then I'm going to shoot a bullet.
You can't see in the dark.
I'm going to hear it coming like fucking Daredevil. I'm going to fucking Matrix that shit. I'm like,
yeah, okay.
Lean backwards. It's going to like.
What I'm going to do is you're going to walk in. You're going to aim that gun at me. I'm going to whip my cock out and start stroking it. And then we're going to be at a standoff.
And you're going to die with your cock in your hand.
Goddamn right. And I'm going to come on you, and that's the last thing you're going to ever remember. You're like, dude, that dude came on me.
You're going to pull your cock out, and I'm going to shoot it off. And then just leave.
See, then you would die.
No, I'm just going to leave.
No. I would choke you to death with your own beard. You shoot my dick off.
You'd just be laying on the floor going, oh, my dick, my dick.
What is your ideal day off? What would you do if money was no subject?
Go into Dalton's house and shooting his dick off.
That question comes in from Brian.
My ideal day off. I've actually been having some really good days off lately. So I'm off on Mondays, and I have been getting up, taking care of the dog, taking a shower. Well, taking a shit and then taking a shower. Always shit before the shower, people. You don't think you have to shit, but you're going to get in that shower. You're going to get halfway through it and realize you got to take a shit. And then you either have to get out of the shower, shit, and then get back in and re-shower, or you have to get out of the shower, take a shit, and then have a shitty, dirty butt the whole day, which kind of negated the whole thing of taking the shower in the first place. So I shit, I shower, take care of the dog. Then I would go to like my store. I'd go to GameStop because I'm friends with the people at GameStop now. I'd hang out with them, talk, have fun until Ostara woke up at like 4 p.m. She would meet me at GameStop and we would go to the mall and we would just be mall rats. We would just walk around, talk to the people we knew who worked at the mall, get like Cinnabon or Sbarro or something, and just, make a day of it. Stay until the mall closes at 8, then go back to my store and watch Game of Thrones until like 10 or 11. And that's been pretty epic days off lately, and I've been really enjoying it.
Word.
Now, what would I do if money was no object? I don't want a lot of badass cars for sure. But I think I would just travel. I'd try to see everywhere in the world. Like, I don't want to see as much as I could.
That's fair.
If I go see Adam, I'm going to sleep on his couch for like 2 days. I'm going to take the toilet tank lid off and take a dump in the toilet tank, put it back. That's what I'm going to do. I'll just travel the whole world. I'm going to visit all my friends and I'm going to leave them upper deckers.
Word. Well, hopefully, like within the next, I don't know, let's give it a 5-year plan.
Yeah.
You won't have to travel too far to see me, at least.
Okay. So I'll just be leaving you all kinds of upper deckers.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm going to shit in my hand and lay it on. I'm going to come to your house in the winter. I'm going to shit in my hand. I'm going to lay the turd on top of the ceiling fan blade where you can't see it. And then I'm going to wait for summer to come around. You're going to turn the ceiling fan on high. It's going to ramp up. And then all of a sudden you're just going to hear a thud. And it's going to be a fucking turd just sliding down your living room.
And you know that I'm not going to be the only one you're going to have to face repercussions from that, right?
No, because she's going to be in on it.
I don't think she'd let you do that.
We'll find out. I'll ask. Or once she listens to this, she'll message me and she'll either be like, hell no, or she'll be like, that'd be the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Literally the funniest shit. Like,
babe,
let's do this.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So,
No turds. Anyway. And here I am trying to be nice, saying like I want to move up there to hang out with you, motherfucker. You're like, I'm gonna shit on your fucking ceiling fan.
I'm gonna put a turd on your ceiling, on all the blades. 5 turds.
You motherfucker, dude. Like,
your liver just becomes fucking apocalypse now.
Like, Ostara, you can come hang out with Megan. Jeremy's not allowed to come over.
Well, Ostara would do that, but she can't reach her ceiling fan.
Yeah, she can't reach the thing to turn the ceiling fan on, so it's fine.
She's gonna put it under your couch cushion, so when you dig a fucking big juicy booger out and you're like, I don't feel like getting up, you go to wipe it under the couch cushion, you're just gonna get a finger full of turd.
Jesus Christ.
Your house is gonna be bombed. It's gonna be shit booby traps all over your house.
So my ideal day off. Jesus Christ.
That was a fun segment. Good question.
My ideal day off. As cheesy as it is, I'm a hopeless romantic. It would be the same thing as if I had no money as an object. I would just like to spend the day with Megan in St. Augustine. I really like St. Augustine, and some of the shit there is kind of expensive to do, right? So like if money was no option and we could just go and do whatever the fuck, go see the fort, go to the hot sauce place, get some hot sauce, go to the Museum of Torture, go check that place out again. And then, like, maybe cap the day off with, like, a ghost tour or something like that. There's just, like, there's things to do there. You just need some cash for it, and it would be fun.
Megan, I want you to realize he could have taken you to Paris. He could have taken you to Ireland. He could have taken you to Japan or Australia. He's going to make you stay in the shit stain of the United States, a.k.a. the state of Florida.
Sir, St. Augustine is one of the oldest cities in the entire country.
Doesn't matter. There's older turds that my dog has left in the front yard. They're still turds. The state of Florida sucks. If you were rich, you should leave the state of Florida, Dalton. I'm trying to tell you, be more romantic. Be like, I'm going to take her to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, listen.
Shit off the side of it.
Listen, don't tell me to be more romantic. I will kick you in your dick. I am the most romantic motherfucker ever. I don't want to hear it. If you only knew how many romantic things I have done for girls who have just shit all over them, you would see why I'm like, we start St. Augustine. Dude, I would love to go to Japan.
You literally have unlimited money. It doesn't cost you anything.
You have one day.
Yeah.
A flight to Japan is like 14, 16 hours, dude.
The flight doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
No.
You have one day off.
You already flew to Japan, and that one day... And the question doesn't say anything about one day.
Yes, it does. What is an ideal day off?
Yes.
Day, not days.
Question mark. And then a new question starts that says, what do you do if money was no object?
No. There's no question on the end of that. That is a continuation of that question. What is your ideal day off? Money, no object.
So Dalton would stay in Florida.
Yes, because that is a...
You should take that one free day to get out of Florida. Escape.
Listen, no, motherfucker, because I was just telling you that I was thinking about moving to North Carolina, and you're like, I'll shit on your fucking ceiling fan. So no.
Don't move to North Carolina. North Carolina sucks too. Come with me, because I'm going to be in like Ireland or somewhere.
Oh, Ireland would be cool. I'll move to Scotland so we can fight about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll move to Wales and you move to Scotland and we'll just argue over that. Oh, man.
So Brian wants to know, unrelated question, what are the last 4 digits of your social? 5309.
Yeah. 281-334-8004.
Mike Jones! If one of your favorite games was turned into a horror game, which game has the best chance to be awesome?
I thought about this, and I'm kind of shocked you guys didn't think of it on the Steam machine. How awesome would a Yakuza horror game be?
It would be interesting. Like,
you're Kiryu, and Kamurocho has been taken over by zombies or vampires.
Don't make it zombies.
Whatever.
Make it zombies. Make it something, but not zombies. Maybe werewolves. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
People just randomly turning into werewolves causing havoc.
And then you got to kick the shit out of them. That would be cool. So yeah, I think Yakuza.
I answered this on the Steam Machine podcast, but I'll answer it again here. I think a Witcher style game, but you're playing a character more akin to like Van Helsing, where you're hunting down those types of monsters. I think that would be really, really cool.
And you know what I've always wanted, and we had never really gotten a proper one? A Mario horror game.
Well, Luigi's Mansion.
You have Luigi's Mansion, but Luigi's a bitch.
I love Luigi. What's wrong with Luigi?
Like, didn't y'all talk about that on Steam Machine?
I mean, we might have. I don't know. We talk about a lot of shit on that show.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 2 years.
I don't know. I think a cool... technically Breath of the Wild had, like, the Blood Moon Nights, which were kind of horror-ish. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I think Yakuza would be a really cool one.
Oh, yeah. If you could be in an anime, which anime would you be in? That comes from Ostara.
So, I was curious about something with this question, and I'm just going to make it into a 2-parter. Which anime would you want to be a main character in? And which anime would you want to be, like, townfolk? Like, you're just a random person in this anime that's happening around you. For me, if I was going to be in it, actually, maybe it'd be the same for both. Death Note. Because it'd be cool as fuck to have a Death Note. But if you were just in Death Note, as long as you weren't a piece of shit, you're just living in Japan.
Okay, so with your caveat, the one I would want to be a main character in is Shokugeki no Soma, which is Food Wars, because that show is fucking amazing, and I need to watch more of it.
I can see that.
If I was just going to be like somebody in the anime, I would love to be in Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'd max out my defense.
Yeah.
Because that's one of those, like, they log into the game and they're playing an online VR games.
Yeah.
But they're not locked into it, so it's like they can just actually log in and enjoy it and then log out and go back to life. Nice. That sounds great. Instead of like Sword Art Online, where they're like, you're locked in, and if you die, you die in real life.
Die in real life.
No, I'd like to be able to log out again. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Food Wars, dude, it's just because, you know me, I love cooking, and the food in that show looks amazing. I've learned some great tips from that show that actually work. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Longest you have gone without sex as an adult. Right now, Adam. Right now.
Dalton's is an active streak. But how long is that streak?
A little over 3 years at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Well,
R.I.P., bro.
Maybe 2 years. I think I had sex like once between. So I think I've had sex one time in the past like 3.5 years since me and Savannah. So there you go. If that tells you anything.
So when I was with my most recent ex, we had some issues and we did not have sex for like the last 8 months that we were together. And then we broke up. I want to say it was maybe like another month before I actually had sex. So I'm going to say like 9 months. And then that's been a couple months ago. So like I'm going to say that I can remember like 9 months. So
true enough. What's funny is I had the conversation. In fact, you brought it up on the mic the other night when me, you and her were talking, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we've already had that conversation." And it's been a long time for me. When I finally get some, it probably ain't gonna take very long at all for that first round to just go.
Dalton's gonna be an old 2-pump chump.
And I'm not even ashamed about it. It's been so long that I'm gonna enjoy those fucking 2 pumps, and then just and then I'm gonna snuggle, and then I'm gonna wait until my dick starts getting hard again, and then I'll rock your world. But like that first one, and hey, I've surprised myself before, because here's the thing. My life has been these like where I get a lot of sex and then I have like this fucking span of having none for a long time, right? And right now I'm on the longest span I've ever had. But I have surprised myself before where I tell a chick like I'm probably going to nut quickly and then I don't. And I don't know if it's because I'm nervous or what. Yep. So there's always that potential too. But I have a feeling this next one is going to make me pop real quick. And I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, Adam, there you go. Right now is the longest I've ever been without sex.
I've been long enough for a human being to be made.
So before we answer this next question, I'm going to run and take a leak real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did I show you this, by the way?
Your dick? No, you didn't. Oh, yeah. Did you buy that? Or are you given that?
I don't mind talking about that one because she knows that I got her that. There's something else that I got her that she doesn't know I got her. But yeah, that thing's cute as fuck, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I saw it and I was like, I'm going to spend the money on this. All right, where were we? What is the longest sex session that you have ever had? Mine is 4 hours, and that comes in from Ostara.
So, because I remember them saying in the Discord that breaks to drink water and stuff counted. Technically, all night, 7-8 hours. Like we stopped once or twice to get like some water, and then just went right back to it. So,
if breaks for water. Jesus, my throat, man. If breaks for water and like food and things like that count, an entire weekend, and I got paid for it, and that was the weird thing about it.
I'm not going to say food and shit counts. I feel like the break cannot be more than like 3 minutes. Like stop, get something to drink, go back to it.
Then probably 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Before I need like to let my dick rest a little bit and then go back to it.
What I usually run into with, because I'm a quality over quantity kind of guy. Like I'd rather it be good than be long. But I run into girls like getting really sore and we got to stop. I can't do this anymore. Like I'm just ground beef down there. So yeah.
I've also ran into that before too. Where like it hurts at this point.
I want to say that's usually like 1 to 2 hours in. So
it depends on how hard your ramrod.
Oh yeah.
Is it one of those times where you guys are just making sweet love, or is it one of those times you're burying her face in the pillow?
I mean, I'm usually burying the face in the pillow, trying to get those results.
Sometimes you got to be sweet with it at first, though, man.
So what you're trying to say is you don't always have to fuck her hard.
Yeah. In fact, sometimes it's not right to do.
Sometimes you gotta make some love and fucking give her some smooches too.
So what is where is the craziest place you've had sex? Mine was in a tree. That comes from Ostara.
I finger banged a chick in the backseat of her mom's minivan while her mom was driving me home.
I have also finger banged a chick in the back of a van while we were riding home.
As far as actual sex, I haven't been like super duper adventurous. Like I've done it in like a lake, like while we were swimming with our friends. And one of the coolest, like craziest things I did was I was dating this girl named Kristen, and she was living with me, and one of her friends came down from college or wherever, because I think she was from like New Jersey. She came and stayed with us for a weekend, and she was sleeping on the couch, and for some reason our mattress was in the living room floor. So we're like I can't remember if she wanted like all of us to sleep in the same room or what, but like her friend's on the couch asleep. We're on the mattress, and I'm like, I'm fucking horny. So I just like reached down and like hooked her PJ pants and underwear and just like slid them down. She's like, what are you doing? And just like reached in there and started like priming the pump. And like she's trying her best to just be quiet about it. And then I just kind of like bend her at the hips, like start sliding it in while her friend is laying literally 1.5 feet away from her. Like sitting there kind of like just rocking it a little bit. And then I was like, come here. And we got up really quiet, went to the bathroom and finished.
Oh, man.
Her friend never woke up the whole time.
Similar story.
Part of me kind of hopes her friend did wake up and was into it, because like that might have been fun. Well, but
I think it might depend.
Yeah.
One of my stories, I was with this chick. Well, I have two, and that I'm gonna reveal. One was I was with this girl Mavis, and my dad was DJing a wedding thing at this church in Gainesville, and Mavis gave me a blowjob, a foot job, and we fucked in the truck outside the church in the parking lot.
Nice.
Then the other one. Okay, so we were all in Gainesville. We all took Molly, and we were all feeling really good. Me and this girl started fooling around in the public pool in the apartment complex. And I was being cheered on by these fucking frat dudes who were drinking up at this apartment. They were like, yeah, get it, man. But then we ended up going back to the apartment, and this is where I said I can kind of relate. So me and her are laying on the ground, right? There's a girl on the other side of her, and there's one of my buddies who's asleep on the couch, right? Yeah. So we're laying there, and this girl, I have my hand like on her stomach, and I'm like, you know how you like you run your fingers around their stomach, their belly button, and things like that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing that. She grabs my hand, just shoves it down her pants, and she is fucking soaked, right? And I'm like, all right. So start finger blasting. She pulls her panties down, and we just start going at it. The girl next to her wakes up, rolls over, sees what's happening, starts making out with the girl, and then says, I'll let y'all have fun, and then like grabs the blanket and pillow, rolls over a little bit more, and just goes back to sleep. Like this bitch, like this did not bother this bitch at all. Nice. So at this point, this girl climbs on top of me and starts riding me in this room, and my buddy who's on the couch, I see him wake up. I see him watching, and I totally know that he beat his dick off watching me fuck that girl. But it was fun though. It was an interesting night. I miss those party days back in the day. I wouldn't do it anymore though. Like, well, don't get me wrong. With the right person, I would do it in weird places. But like, as far as partying and just fucking some random chick and things like that, I don't know. It's not my bag anymore.
Yeah,
hasn't been for years, honestly.
Yeah, I want my love making to be more passionate and intimate now. Like, I don't want to just be fucking... I mean, I'll still fuck random places, but... Yeah. You know what I've always wanted to do and I've never done it? Always wanted to fucking, like a Walmart bathroom or something. Like, I think that'd be cool.
Be interesting.
Like, maybe I'll come visit you one day with a chick that I'm dating and, like, come visit you at work and be like, hey, we're going to go to the bathroom for, like, 20 minutes.
When we were playing Phasmophobia earlier, I looked at her and I was like, if we survived this, we're fucking in the Denny's bathroom on the way home.
Oh my God, I just thought of a way worse story.
Oh, Lord.
I was dating this girl. I'm not going to say her name and you'll understand why. So I'm dating her, right? And we're living together at the time. It's not Kristen, different girl. I've lived with a lot of girls. I wouldn't recommend it. She's in the bathroom, like, doing something at the sink, getting ready or whatever. I'm in the bathroom taking a shit, right? And I want to say she was, like, either getting in the shower or getting out of the shower. I'm, like, sitting on the toilet. Like, I've finished taking a shit, but I'm still sitting there. I'm like, hey. She like, turns around. I just got a fucking rock hard dick. She comes over and climbs on it while I'm sitting on the toilet. Like, I have not even flushed the toilet. And I'm like, yeah. So, like, she rides it for a minute, and then I'm like, all right, get up. So, like, I believe I had wiped, but I hadn't flushed yet.
I don't believe you. I think you were still shit ass, just throwing cock.
I mean, it's possible, but I remember like being like, "Get up for a second." She got up, like flushed the toilet, whatever had to be done to finish, bent her over the sink, and finished the job. So
that's the kind of shit you only do with a girl you live with.
Yeah, you don't do that shit with a date. Like, I don't shit in the same, like, I don't let the girl in the bathroom while I'm shitting if we're dating. Like, that's got to be some living together shit.
Even if I'm living with a girl, I don't think I want her in the bathroom while I'm taking a shit. Like, that's like personal time. If she needs to like pop in and ask me a question, feel free to write my phone, or I mean, you can pop in and ask me a question. It is what it is. Like but oh man, that would just take me some getting used to. I guess the right person, it wouldn't bother me as much. But like, so do you like sexting, or do you think it's meh?
I fucking love sexting. Sexting is great. That was Ostara's question as well.
Yeah, thank you. I was waiting for you to finish.
Ostara was like super in with the horny questions this week, so
apparently so.
But yeah, sexting is just great, man. Like even if it's not full on like jerk sessions, but like just casual, provocative flirting throughout the day and stuff. Like, oh man, one gets my motor running, dude. For a girl that I'm with or talking to be like, "Hey, are you alone?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and she just sends me a picture of her tits or something. Like, fucking great, love it. So yeah, yes, sexting, 100% love it.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm told I'm quite good at it to the point that like I've been asked why I don't write erotica. And I've thought about writing erotica. I have. Why not? I don't know if that's like a flooded market. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'd like to make it a flooded market, if you know what I mean. Hey, but I enjoy sexting. I think it's fun. It adds a bit of spice to things every now and then. It's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Do you guys like living by the woods or in open areas? From Adam. So,
I'm more of a city person, personally. I like living in the city, like being close to things, being able to walk to places. Like I live in the woods now, and I don't like having to drive like 20, 30 minutes to get to anywhere. So
that's fair. I also like the city because it's really hard to be bored in a city.
Yeah.
But also I like peace and quiet, and I really like to be able to walk outside and see the stars.
Oh yeah.
So I think I like living outside of the city, but I like living within driving distance of a decent sized city. So it's like, you want to go to the city tonight, and then you can drive into the city and go have fun.
Yeah. So you always get those people that are like, "Oh, I'd love to live in like a small town." It's like, no, you wouldn't, because there's nothing to do here except drugs, and that's what everybody does.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason I smoke as much pot as I do.
Yeah.
For sure. If you could go back anywhere in your life and change one thing that you did or one thing about yourself, what would you change? That comes in from Megan.
So I'm going to say like the kind of what I call a cheap answer is I would go back and like buy Bitcoin when it was a fraction of a penny a piece. What else? Probably apply myself more in school and go to law school like I thought about. Because I'd be a lawyer now making fucking bank. So, probably that.
My cheesy answer is I wouldn't change anything, because then I might not have met the girl who asked this question, and that would make me sad. But like, if I'm being serious, I would probably go back and not fall in love with Brandy. Because I feel like if I got back those, I don't know, 4 years or so that I was head over heels in love with that girl, trying to change myself to make her love me the way I loved her. Like, I feel like I could really do something better with that time. Like, focus on school, get a degree, and be better off than I am now. Yeah, that's probably it. What's a game you anxiously awaited for and then instantly regretted once you bought it? And that comes in from Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you've been a little vacant lately.
Yeah.
Probably the Star Wars Battlefront, the more recent, the first one, because I bought that instead of Fallout 4 because I never played Fallout, but Fallout 4 looked interesting. but it came out at the same time as Star Wars Battlefront, so I bought Battlefront, and then Battlefront sucked. So I went to Redbox and I rented Fallout 4, and I was like, God damn it, this is such a better game. So yeah, that or maybe Fallout 76, but I didn't really regret that because I bought the Power Armor edition, so I had the cool Power Armor helmet and all of that shit.
Yeah. Probably 2K20, WWE 2K20.
Oh, that was a hot mess.
I always look forward to those games. I love the WWE games. I'm a huge fan of wrestling games, and that game was a big, hot, steaming pile of dog shit. I still put in over 200 hours in it and dealt with the crashes and all of that, but man, the new game is so much better. Fucking A, man. I think I have throat cancer.
Yeah, that would be bad.
When getting fried chicken, do you like the breast, the thigh, the leg, or the wing the most? That comes from Jeff. I like breasts and thighs. I do like a good leg too, and wings are pretty good, but like if I'm going to choose, I'm probably going to go with a thigh. It's a lot of good flavor in that.
Oh yeah. So I don't eat fried chicken, so I'm going to go with nugget.
Okay.
I'm going to put the chicken in a grinder, and I'm going to grind it up into a fine powder. I'm going to mush that powder together, roll it in some egg wash and some breadcrumbs, and deep fry it.
So the next one comes from Fenris. Ooh. What is the most exotic meat you've ever eaten? For Fenris, it was antelope. He's also had squirrel, snake, and horse.
So, surprise to no one, I haven't eaten a lot of exotic meat. I have tried calamari. I know that's a shock, but I did try it. It was not cooked well, so it tasted like a deep fried rubber band.
Yep.
So technically squid's kind of exotic. I ate potted meat. Who knows what the fuck is in that? So I ate Taco Bell. My understanding is their meat was a little exotic there for a while. What about you, Dalton?
Probably bear. I've also had bison. I've had lamb, but I guess lamb's not really exotic. But yeah, I've had beer. Bear. There's a place around here that serves kangaroo, and I've thought about trying it, but then again, like I like kangaroos, so.
Oh yeah.
But I like cows too, so.
We had a place in Henderson
and
where
pigs.
I grew up for a while called RJ Gators, which was just a gator restaurant.
Alligator's delicious, bro. Gator tail, so good.
I figure y'all eat a lot of it down there.
Hell yeah, it's pretty cheap too because we have them around here, like plenty.
Oh yeah, you just go in the
like going to
backyard
Maine.
and catch one.
Yeah, it's like going to Maine and getting lobster. It's just it's not all that much money compared to other places. Yeah, alligator's really good. Alligator tail, I recommend it to people for sure. What is your favorite movie that is based or inspired by a real life event? Jeff's is Apollo 13, and that comes from Jeff.
Fuck, I had an answer for this too.
The Haunting in Connecticut.
Fuck, what was my
or
answer
The
for
Exorcist, or The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Fuck. Let's see.
Donnie Brasco was good.
Ooh, Blow.
Blow is also
great.
really good.
Like I just
Blow's
can't.
a great
It's.
movie.
I mean, it's almost 1 a.m. I just can't think of shit. And like biopics are my favorite genre of movie. So there's a lot of them. Straight Outta Compton was phenomenal.
I've been meaning to watch. Is it Capote? One of the last Philip Seymour Hoffman movies.
I think so. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the Truman Show is based on my life. I want to ask that and let us know in the Discord, the Yabs Pod show chat, do you ever feel like your life is the Truman Show? Like there's someone watching, like there's people watching you and like shit's intentionally happening to you to make the show more interesting? Because I feel like that a lot. I feel like there's probably some kind of like diagnosed mental disorder that causes that maybe. But I always feel like the Truman Show is just happening to me. If it is happening and you watch the show, let me know. Because I mean, I can just make the show more interesting for you if nothing else.
While you were talking about that, I got a message from somebody on Facebook that says, "Hello, have you ever had a sugar mama?" And I just replied, "Bot says what?" What was your best Halloween costume? What was your worst Halloween costume?
One year, when I was an adult living in a neighborhood, there was a Halloween party at somebody's house. It was during like when Breaking Bad was on television, and I dressed up as Heisenberg. So I went and bought like the pork pie hat. I bought the black jacket with like a blue button up and khakis. And yeah, it's like shaved down to a goatee and like had the look. Like I was chunkier than him, but it was a pretty good look.
Oh, yeah.
As far as my worst costume ever, I do have one more best costume, and it was during the
You only get one.
NWO versus Wolfpack. No, that was the best adult costume. This is the best child costume.
Oh, that's a caveat.
Well, go fuck yourself. I'm taking your answer. You don't get an answer. As a kid, I wore a red NWO shirt because my best friend's dad owned a candy store on Main Street. So I wore a red NWO shirt, and we went in his mom's purse and got like her lipstick and like an eyebrow pencil or something. I drew the fucking black Sting like markings on my face, and then we colored the rest of my face with the red lipstick, and I went as Sting. Like,
and I'm the one that's
Wolfpack Sting. Yes. Dude, you were too young to remember back then. That fucking WCW was epic during that time.
Motherfucker, I remember Wolfpack Sting. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I was in elementary school then. You're 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
So you were...
That doesn't mean I wasn't watching wrestling back then.
But you were still...
My grandpa started me early.
You were still peeing in your bed, 4. Probably.
Yeah, and I fucking loved Jeff Hardy, and I loved Sting.
This was before Jeff Hardy. This was like the prime...
And Wolfpack Sting was not before Jeff Hardy.
Are you sure?
It was same era. Attitude Era.
I think...
Monday Night Wars.
The Hardy Boys were at the end of the Attitude Era.
Nah, man. They got huge in 2000, but they were in there in 98 because they were part of the Brood and things like that.
But yeah, like, listen, I did that. What was your best costume?
I dressed up as Sean Krahan from Slipknot one year. Had the mask, had the jumpsuit, painted my face underneath the mask. Nobody knew who I was. It was tremendous. And then my worst costume was when I was dating Mavis. I let her dress me up, and I wore trip pants. I wore a black shirt that had fishnet long sleeves. I had like super duper ridiculous looking black mascara and stuff all over my face, and then I had like spiked black hair, and it looked silly. I
did something very similar, but it was on like a church trip. I want to say we went to one of those, what do they call them, hallelujah houses? Like it's a haunted house, but it's like if you drink and drive, you'll die and go to hell, and it's like reenactment shit. Yeah. So like I was a rebel, of course. So I wore like black like Jinko jeans, wore a white button down, but I like skewed the buttons on purpose. A loose black tie. I had one of the girls there paint my fingernails black. I had like black eyeliner and like, you know, the shadow and stuff. They like the girls did, because like, dude, I was a boy who said, "Hey, put makeup on me," and all the girls were like, "Oh my god, let me do it." So, did you ever get bugged to have people straighten your hair? No, because I never had super curly hair. So,
okay, dude. Well, let me tell you, just like the makeup thing. Oh my god, can I straighten your hair? I can. Oh my god.
Yep.
And then the next girl, well, you let such and such straighten your hair. You should let me do it.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, they
Yeah, continue.
So I did that, and that was probably a little cringy at the time. But yeah, I was just being a rebel at a church function. So, probably the worst costume I can remember, and I actually found it when we were moving, like clearing out my grandmother's stuff. You remember the old school costumes? It was like the plastic mask with the eye slits and the mouth slit, and then it was like a plastic smock you wore that was just printed with the character.
Yeah,
I had a Garfield one.
Nice.
That was pretty terrible.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Were you a bad boy on Halloween? Oh, okay. I get what you... I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, Jeff? But now I'm like,
were you
okay.
naughty?
Like, no, I was never one to like TP houses or anything like that. But it's not my style.
To be fair, I lived like out in the country pretty isolated. So like if somebody's house on my street got TP'd, we were like one of 2 houses that had kids. So it wouldn't be that hard to figure out who the fuck did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, we never really did that. I was always more naughty with, like, lighting things on fire and shit like that.
Have you ever had sex on Halloween? If yes, tell details. From Jeff.
I feel like I'm sure I have at some point in my life, but not, like, having intentional Halloween sex. Like, you know, like, let's get in our costumes and fuck. Like, I don't remember ever doing that, but I'm sure, like, I had random sex that happened to happen on Halloween before. So, what about you?
Yes.
had
when I was
intentional
with
Halloween sex.
yes, because of the particular outfit that said girl was wearing. It was when I was dating Mavis, and she was just like wearing this little fucking skirt with like this frilly, almost like piratey looking top with a little corset, and she had on fishnets.
Yeah.
And yeah, buddy, we had sex a few times that night, and I remember her. That night was actually horrible. I actually gave myself a concussion that night because I was a fucking idiot back then. But I had sex while having a concussion. That was cool. But no, I just remember the fishnets, and we all know I'm weird, so I'm not even gonna whatever. Yeah. Like with the fishnets on, she was trying to give me a foot job, and I had to tear her fishnets and get them because that shit started to hurt after a while. So I had to tear those off for her to continue that. And finally, I was just like, "Listen, let me just fuck you." She's, okay, all right. I appreciate the effort that you're trying to give me because you almost never give me effort in this, but you're rubbing my dick raw. What's the craziest animal that you've ever held or gave pets from Ostara?
Ostara knows some of mine. Like I've had baby tigers, lemurs, monkeys, wolf pups. Probably baby tigers. They're pretty fun to like roll around on the floor with.
Let's see. I've held a bear cub. When I worked at Harvey's, I was bagging, and there's these people who used to come in, and they have a fucking, I guess, an emotional support lemur.
Nice. And
it would just hang out on their cart, and they came up, and I was bagging for them one time when I was I wasn't even a bagger. I was just bagging for them. Yeah. And I commented on how damn cute this little lemur was. And I don't remember its name. I want to say it was Junior or something like that. She said, "Junior, up," and did like that. And that motherfucker hopped up and sat on my shoulder. Nice. And I was in absolute heaven. I'm oh my God, Zaboomafoo is right here. And she's like, "You can pet him." So I gave him a little scratch under the chin. And he wrapped his tail like up and around the other side of my shoulder, and I could have cried, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh my God, this is the cutest fucking thing ever." And then I have pictures when I was with Savannah, her friend, Will, it was his name. It took me a minute to remember. Her friend Will came up, and he had a little pet baby raccoon named Ragnar.
Nice. That
he put on my shoulder. And I have pictures of this little raccoon digging through my hair, looking for like little things to help clean me. You know what I mean? So he was like taking I could feel his little paws just like separating my hair and scratching around and looking. He's like, "Nope." And then he'd find a little different spot and he'd move my hair out of the way. It was freaking adorable. And he wasn't pulling my hair. It was the most gentle thing. Dude, I loved it.
I would love to have a baby raccoon to just raise as a pet.
They're so cool, dude.
They're the fucking coolest animals.
He reminded me like he smelled like a ferret. You know what I mean? But not as bad. But like it had like that kind of scent to it. But I was like, dude, this little guy's awesome. He was just so curious about everything.
That, or I'd love to have a chimpanzee, but those can be very dangerous. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want a chimp.
I think it'd be cool as fuck to just be best friends. Like fucking grandma's boy, just be chilling out in the basement, smoking weed and playing video games with the chimp. I'm way too big to drive to the devil's house.
Don't judge me, monkey.
I want to watch that movie again. I think it's on Hulu.
What's your favorite manga that you've read from Ostara?
The Devil is a Part-Timer. I fucking love that show, and the manga are both great.
Hell yeah. When I was young, so I haven't read a ton of manga, unfortunately. I don't know where to get it around here.
Barnes & Noble sells it if you have those.
Do they? Yes, there might be one still left in Gainesville.
Big ass section of it.
But I'll check out Books A Million
there's this tiny boutique bookstore that sells it called Amazon.com.
Oh, no. I know I could get it on Amazon, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, I very much, like, when I get stuff like that, I judge it off covers.
I mean, you just go type manga and just start scrolling. They show you pictures of the covers on there, dog. Okay, I'm trying to give money to local business, and you're just like, go give money to Bezos. I do the same, but I'm saying if you have nowhere else to go to Amazon.
I'll try Books A Million first, though. Even though that's a corporation, they still have less money than Bezos.
Books A Million has manga sections. Barnes & Noble has a manga section. Fucking Target sells it. Target and Walmart sell manga.
God. Oh, I haven't looked in a book section in Walmart.
Go look. They sell manga. There's Legend of Zelda manga. I have Ocarina of Time as a manga.
Well, so if I had to pick my favorite, it would be the manga that I read over summer camp when I was in Boy Scouts a long time ago, and it was one of the original runs of Dragon Ball.
Nice.
Because Goku was a kid. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious how much you saw little Goku naked throughout that fucking week that I was reading through the mangas that this kid had. He brought like 20-something issues with him or something on camp. He had a whole bag that was full of just mangas, and he let me read them. It was good. It was fun. If you could pick one thing to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? Caveat.
Yes.
You cannot answer pussy or ass.
Well, then what the fuck am I going to eat? No, I do have a legit question for this. I was going to say ass as a joke. I have a legit question, but it's also kind of a cheap question. Pasta.
I was going to say, do you mean answer?
Answer, yeah.
Okay.
Pasta. Because technically pasta could be mac and cheese. It could be spaghetti, lasagna, pasta salad, but I don't eat that. But if I had to narrow it down, it would be just like a red sauce pasta. A lasagna or a spaghetti or something like that. So, because I literally eat that. Or pizza. Because I literally eat some form of pizza every single day of my life.
My answer is also pizza or cheeseburgers, because you can do a lot with both of them.
Well, the cool thing about pizza is you can make it into other stuff. Because you can make a cheeseburger pizza. You can make breakfast pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You can make a dessert pizza.
Yep.
So yeah, I think my answer would be either pizza or cheeseburgers or ass.
Or ass, yeah. Ass and pussy.
Or pussy.
If I had to choose between the two, I'd probably choose pussy.
I would take pussy over ass. Yeah.
It does taste better, and you usually get better results from it. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about the give. I want to get that O, and I want to get it a lot.
So why did it take so long to put in a horny jail chat in the Discord? And that comes in from Ostara. So I feel like I have a good answer for this because I was the one that implemented it.
Yeah. Dalton finally got sick of people messaging him being like, why is this Discord so perverse now? And he's like, damn it, Jeremy.
I mean, that's not like 100% wrong.
Yeah, I figure.
I started getting messages just telling me like, hey, some of the not safe for work stuff is bleeding into some of the channels that aren't 18 plus, and maybe we should nip that in the bud. And I was like, yeah, no worries. And I just went and made the channel. I was like, put all your horny shit here. Yeah. Please and thank you. And everyone has been super cool about that, and I really appreciate it.
It's worked pretty effectively.
Yeah, and all it is, and it was like none of you were offending people. Like, it was just like, some people didn't have anything to add to that, and it would kind of flood conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of you motherfuckers are flirty, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. And B, if somebody younger ends up joining the Discord, I don't want them to be made uncomfortable by like a bunch of adults being adults. Does that make sense?
And
not that people young are going to join, but
to be fair, not everyone is there for Yabs Pod. So I think it's fair to have a contained Yabs Pod prison where we just put all our horniness and then let the rest of the stuff be for everyone. So I'm perfectly cool with it. And I even like I told you when you said something to me about it, I was like getting ready to message you and be like, yeah, dude, like I feel like the horniness is kind of taking over the Discord. I feel like we need to do something about this before it gets out of control. Yeah. Like we need to get this before it's uncontrollable.
Yeah. So. And I do want to say again that I appreciate everyone has been very cool about that since it's been implemented and keeping it in the Yabs Pod channels, and I very much appreciate it. And I'm not saying like stay out of the other channels. Please be vocal in all the channels, but like just try to keep some of the more risque stuff to the risque channels. That's all.
Or just DM me pictures of your buttholes.
Or DM us pictures of your butthole. Yeah, absolutely. I'll look at titties and dicks too. Why not?
Yeah. Dicks, pussies, titties, buttholes. If you want to show Dalton pictures of your feet, you can send them to me. They're not going to do as much for me, but Dalton will jerk off to them.
I'll appreciate him more than
you want to send me a video of you peeing, I'm not a doctor, but I'll have a look.
It won't do as much for me, but I will also look at that too. See, it works. It's balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced.
Which car would you rather have? Lamborghini. You know what? I'm gonna let you read this one.
Yeah.
Because I can't pronounce that.
This was kind of a question for me, and if you want to go look at the Discord, Jeff did post the pictures.
I did see the pictures.
He posts those for you because I know what these are. So which car would you rather have? Lamborghini Miura, a Ferrari Daytona, or an Aston Martin DB5? I have to say, this is a fucked up question. This is like Sophie's Choice because I love all three of those cars with all my heart. But I'd have to go with the Aston Martin DB5, and the reason why, it's fucking James Bond's car.
Damn it. I was about to say, is that the Bond car?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking the one that was in Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. I could jerk off to that car. It's so fucking gorgeous. So yeah.
I'm looking at the pictures.
I love the Lamborghini Miura, but it's one of the weaker cars in the Lamborghini heritage to me, like design wise. But it's still, I mean, it's like pizza. A bad Lamborghini is still a fucking Lamborghini.
Oh, I want that Lamborghini, but I don't want it in that color. I want it in a matte black.
It doesn't look as good in black because you don't see all the accents. You don't see the vents and all of that stuff. So it gets kind of muted.
I'll make my vents white.
Then it's going to look like shit.
Fuck it. I don't care what you think.
You pretend to be able to play your instruments. Leave the car design to me.
You motherfucker. Oh, okay. Okay, what's the next question? What's the next question?
So which car are you picking? You never said.
Yes, I did. I said I'm taking the Lamborghini.
Oh, okay. You're going to take that beautiful Lamborghini and you're going to ruin it with shitty paint jobs.
Goddamn right. And I'm going to write Jeremy Sucks down each side of it.
That's like me getting like Paul McCartney's Les Paul and taking a dump on it.
Paul McCartney doesn't play a Les. You know what? Let's not go there. Do you know what instrument Paul McCartney plays?
No. Okay. I know he plays piano, so...
That's one of them, yeah.
Paul
McCartney plays bass. Just so
taking Liberace's golden piano or whatever it was, opening the lid to it and just taking a dump inside on all the internals.
That's fine. I don't play piano.
Well, you can't pick and choose. If you're gonna love it, you gotta love it all. That's not true. Just for anybody listening that thinks I'm serious.
This next one's from Team Retro, which is shout out. It's nice to see you in the questions.
Oh yeah. Nice to see people are listening that aren't just like the same 5 people who ask us questions. We love getting questions from new people. It's great.
Yeah. Not that we don't love you old people.
We love you old people too. We love you.
You guys are the OGs. We appreciate you because you're the OGs.
We're your daddies. You're our playful little kittens. We have to smack your bottoms from time to time, but we give you chin scratches too. We love you all.
You too, Jeff.
Yeah.
Make Jeff real uncomfortable or real turned on or both.
Yeah. He's probably jacking it right now, listening to us.
Do you know each other in real life? And if so, what is the most trouble you have ever gotten into? If not, if you two met in real life, what would be the most trouble that you would get into?
So no, we do not know each other in real life, but we plan to remedy that sometime soon.
Relatively soon, hopefully. I just need somebody to drive to North Carolina with.
Yeah. If anybody out there is willing to do that.
Yeah. And maybe never come back.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
I have a 3-bedroom house, but I'm also under explicit instruction. I'm not allowed to move anyone in it. Because the last person I moved in caused some problems for my landlord. Yeah. So
that's fair. Yeah. I understand that completely. I don't know, man. I don't see us getting into trouble unless we're talking about like figurative trouble. And then I think it's me and you sitting around with maybe some good whiskey, just having a glass and I don't know, just fucking around, firing off fireworks maybe where we're not supposed to.
I mean, I can see us getting like a 10-day ban on Twitch. But that's probably the most trouble we'd probably get into. Because I feel like we're kind of boring in real life. Like we're not out causing trouble.
Yeah, but like...
We're respectful young lads.
We would definitely have a good time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whether we got in trouble for it or not, it would definitely be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because there would be food that would be cooked. Of course, I would make sure that you would eat it first.
Yeah. And Dalton's like, I made everyone steaks and Jeremy pizza rolls.
Hey, fuck it, dude. If that's what...
I will honestly say that has been the case before. I do not mind. I'm not ashamed of it. Like... I find that, my family, of course, girls I've dated, their families are usually very accommodating about it.
Yeah.
And like,
who gives a shit?
Yeah. I'll be like, I made some bagel bites in the microwave and y'all are eating like steak. and I'll have like a potato or something with it, you know. So
yeah. Man. Yeah, but it would be fun. And I guess okay, so some trouble that we would get into possibly is with the big ass deck that we want to connect the houses.
Yeah, we're both moving into trailers, and we're going to build a deck that connects the two trailers together.
Now, I was thinking about this.
Yes.
What if they weren't trailers? What if we had two houses?
No.
But hold on, hear me out. Through our backyard, we go the white trash route, and we get the big upper above ground pool, and we build the big deck around the pool that connects from our back doors, so it's like we're still connected, but we share a pool.
What if we built two like farmhouse style houses with 360 wraparound porches, but the back of the two porches were the same piece of deck? So it's literally just two houses with like a little deck walkway between them, and then a wraparound porch all the way around. We have a figure 8 porch around our two houses.
I think, and then if we have, I've always wanted one of those, like the houses that has the window or the door at the apex, where it comes out, and there's just like enough room for like a chair and like a little table,
what's it called? A widow's wharf.
Widow's wharf, something like that. Yeah. Just sit up there smoke a joint, or maybe like smoke a cigar or a pipe, or something.
Bend your lady over that little railing, and
yes, of course,
bang the shit out of her for the whole neighborhood to see.
Have ours connected over the road, right? If we were lived across the street from one another, and then we would have to go out there with like corncob pipes and like Hugh Hefner robes. And if one of us wanted to say something to the other, we'd have to stroll across the bridge all mighty, like, so that way when anybody driving by would be like, dude, what are these guys that are...
No, not a bridge, a powered zip line. So like it literally has a motor in it, so you just grab it and pull the throttle, and you just ride the zip line across to the other house.
Do you have any sugar? No, we're fresh out. Damn. All right, reverse.
Or be like, yeah, I got some. I'll go get it for you. Be like, yeah, I got some. I'll go get some for you. I'm like, all right, cool. Put it in the tube, and we just have one of those like bank teller tubes. Like you just put the sugar in the thing and put it in, it just shoots across to my house.
Yeah, man. The women that we end up with are gonna be in for a treat. Yeah,
either they're gonna be as fucked up as we are, or we're gonna be divorced pretty quickly. Dude, I mean, the lottery's up to like $500 million, so win the lottery, I think we can make that happen.
Oh my God, bro, that'd be sweet. Just have a compound.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
I've always said that I want to just buy a big chunk of land and build a compound for all the people I care about.
Do I need to go look at the questions for the context of this next question? Jeff's question was, whose boobs are those? Oh, right. So you
the
posted
the poster. Yeah.
Whose titties were they? Let me guess. Random girl on Google.
Yep, I went on Google, I typed in boobies, and then everybody was wearing bras, so I typed in boobies NSFW. I found a set of boobies that were like facing the camera. There was an album, this was inspired by an album cover, but I couldn't remember what album it was. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Was it Hooray for Boobies?
No, it wasn't Hooray for Boobies. But it was like similar, like a girl was standing there, but they had like stuff, it might have been the Sex Pistols, but they had like logos like covering her nipples.
Oh, was that Rolling Stones? Maybe?
It might have been.
I think it may be Rolling Stones with the lips, the open lips on the nipples. Or it could have been, was that band that did Cherry Pie? Was it Whitesnake?
I think so, yeah. Let's see.
I know not Blind Melon. There was a band my dad used to listen to back in the day that had a topless girl on the cover.
I'm Googling topless girl album cover. But you do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anybody knows...
It's an iconic album cover.
Yeah, it's an iconic album cover. If anybody knows what it is offhand, post it in the Discord. But it was just her torso and her boobs, but like the boobs are covered.
So you'll appreciate this. Typo Negative, when they first signed their record deal, they had a deal for like one album and then a live album, right?
Yeah.
They blew all their money on wine and cocaine and didn't have the money to do a real live album. So they faked a live album where they put in fake crowd noise that booed them and stuff after each song. Nice. And like he would talk shit to a fictional crowd. Anyway, the album was called The Origin of Feces. And the original album cover was a super duper up close picture of the lead singer's asshole.
Nice.
And that went on shelves until people realized what it was and they pulled it and had to put a different cover on it. But
Have you ever heard the story of
that song by Guns N' Roses where he fucked homegirl in the studio?
The Nirvana Nevermind album cover.
They just threw a baby in the pool.
Well, they threw a baby in the pool, but you can see the baby's dick very clearly on the album cover. So the studio did not want to do that. The studio was like, we have to censor this. And Kurt Cobain went to the studio and was like, the only way I will allow you to censor this is if you cover it with a sticker that says, if this offends you, you're a pedophile. Naturally, they weren't going to do that. So the album cover went out as it was. And I think like Walmart covered it up, but like most places didn't. Because I mean, it's a baby's dick. There's nothing sexual about it. You should not
just a baby, dude.
Be looking at a baby's dick and thinking sexual thoughts. If you are, that's a you problem, and you should go drown yourself in a lake.
100,000%.
Yeah, dude, I can't find it. I don't know, but it's somebody out there knows. Like, let me know.
I think it's the Rolling Stones, bro.
No, because I looked up Rolling Stones album covers, and I did not see that.
No? Are you sure it was an album cover? You sure it's not just like a promotional image that they used or something?
That's very possible. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So,
but in my head, I can see the Rolling Stones logo, and for some reason, it's on a shirt. And like I saw it in a music store, like a CD store.
Let's see.
So what's the next question? Let's see. If you could spend the day with any one being from any mythos, who would it be and why?
Is this what you're thinking of?
No, but
okay, because that's not what I'm thinking of. So I don't know. I can't find it, and I'm not really sure how to. So
it doesn't matter. Let the listeners figure it out. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, listeners, figure it out, please.
If you could spend the day with any one being from any mythos, who would it be and why? I think I'm going Aphrodite, goddess of love, so I can just learn all that I need to learn.
That'd be pretty cool. Spending the day with Thor would be pretty cool because, like, you're going to just fight and fuck the whole day. That's all he really ever did.
True that. That's from Fenris. Thoughts on wearing nail polish as a guy. Would you do it as a straight man? So, like, I used to paint my nails all the time. Honestly, when I'm playing guitar, I used to paint my nails on my left hand black because it was easier for my eyes to keep track of where my fingers were because I could see the black instead of just my fingers and my fingernails kind of blending in. Yeah. So like when I have like gigs and stuff that I need to go play, a lot of times I will, if I have nail polish, I will paint my fingernails. And I would do it on a daily basis if I didn't live in Redneckville and have to fight people at work. Like other than that, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I don't give a fuck if you're gay, straight, whatever, dude. Express yourself. Who gives a shit?
And I will say, like, I'll show you, like, I have nails painted on each hand right now. Like, I had Ostara paint my nails black because I wanted to try something different. And I didn't really like having all of them painted. But then I was like, I wonder if I just paint one. So I just, like, took all the nail polish off after a couple of days except my ring fingers. And, like, it's a cool little thing to me. It's, people look at it and they're like, I wonder what that's about. And, like, it's a little mystery to it. But I like it. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. And like you said, my son loved painting his toenails and his fingernails, and I have no problem with it. And I've had people say, like, why do you let him paint his nails? I'm like, because he's fucking 6, he's fucking 7, like, he's a kid. Let him enjoy his childhood. He enjoys doing this. It's not hurting anything or anybody. If he turns out he's gay, not going to love him any different. If it turns out he's trans, I'm not going to love him any different. If it turns out he's androgynous or feminine, or he might turn out to be the butchest dude you've ever met. I don't know. He's a fucking kid. I let him play with mermaid dolls. I let him play with whatever toys he wants. I let him paint his fingernails. Let him wear tutus, whatever the fuck he wants to do, because he's a fucking kid. So, like, yeah, I don't care. Like you said, a person painting their fingernails does not affect my life whatsoever. I gotta say, I did have a chick with fake nails stick her finger up my butt one time, and something about that was just super hot. Don't know why. She had, like, the long, like, manicured nails. She was giving me a hand job and, like, stuck her finger up my butt. And I was like, fuck yeah. So,
she scoop a little out.
She might have. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about that, yeah, maybe that wasn't as hot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your memory, bro.
I hope I pooped before that happened. You know, clean the chamber out.
Oh, jeez.
But no, like I said, I paint my nails now. When I was in high school, I remember one distinct time a girl was like, I got this new fancy nail polish. I want to see what it looks like. Can I paint your nail with it? And I was like, sure. So I just gave her my hand and she painted all my fingernails on one hand with it. And it was like sparkly, like iridescent, glittery paint. And I was like, I don't fucking care. What's funny is I went home that day and I was like 16. So I jerked off, of course. And watching myself jerk off with fingernail polish on, dude, it's like 16-year-old Germany was way into that. So, yeah. I learned some shit about myself.
You finish painting your pinky, you're like, tonight you shall be called Teresa.
Tonight I'm getting a hand job from someone else.
Pamela Henderson.
Yes. So, yeah, to answer the question in a short way, I'm cool with it. I paint my nails, or I have Ostara paint them because my hands have like fucking Tourette's. They can't do a good job of it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And like Savannah painted my toes one time just because she wanted to. And I was like, dude, okay, go for it.
If a pretty woman wants to hold my hand in her hand, I'll let her do pretty much whatever she wants, except push my cuticles back because I fucking tried that and it was like a fucking nightmare. It felt like some shit like Pinhead would do to you in fucking Hellraiser. Like, I don't know how you women do that shit. Like, so Ostara was telling me yesterday, so you know how you'll have like your fingernails that kind of like go in the skin a little bit on the sides?
Yeah.
Like you have like a little mound of skin beside. She's like, if you go get your nails done, they take fucking scissors and cut that skin off. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
I do that to myself, bro.
Dude, fuck that shit. No. I was like,
I do that little hard bit of skin at the corner of your finger, dude. I'll just like snip and cut that shit off.
Mine's not hard. Mine's like nice and supple and actual skin. So I take care of myself.
Now my fingers are fucked up because I used to do like straight hard labor.
No, I jerk off Jergens and shit. Like I got nice. I do have one. I do have one like permanent callus on my finger, and I always find myself like picking at it and shit.
Oh yeah, I used to have beautiful guitar player hands, and then I started doing property preservation, and now my hands are just what they are.
Yeah,
which are full of arthritis.
I've always been told by girls that my hands were like super soft and really nice feeling. So I've always tried to wear gloves and shit when I do like manual labor stuff, because I like having a soft hand for a woman to hold on to, or to get smacked on the ass with.
At least you're not like my buddy Corey. Corey used to be like, hello, my name's Corey. They call me Big Slow. I have the softest hands in the world. Would you like to feel them?
On your
and
pussy.
He did have some fucking soft ass hands, and they would always feel his hands and be like, oh my God, they're so soft. And he'd be like, I know, right?
I remember.
And I was like, why does that work?
I remember a girl asked me one time, she's like, how are your nails so healthy? Like, why your nails are so nice looking? I was like, probably because I don't do shit to them all the time. But you girls are constantly like lacquering them up and putting epoxy on them and then scrubbing them with acetone and shit. Like, you're making your nails suck. Like, take a break for a couple of months and let them heal up.
Fair.
You know what's cool about fingernail polish, though? Fingernail polish will show you how quickly your nails grow, because you will paint your whole nail and then in like a week you'll see like a gap between the end of your nail and like the skin on your finger where the nail has grown out to an unpainted part. Well, that's pretty funny to watch.
Which of these famous Le Mans cars would you rather own? The Ford GT40, the Ferrari P3, or the Porsche 917? That comes in from Jeff.
I'm sure you want to look at the pictures of those. He posted those pictures as well.
Yeah.
My answer is the Porsche 917. I love that car. It's such a sexy fucking car. Like, the GT40 is nice. Of course, the Ferrari is amazing. But that Porsche 917 is just fucking gorgeous. I
want that GT40, but I want it in matte black, despite you.
That one's okay in matte black.
Like, I like matte black with like a do you know how they do the stripes down the middle? Yeah. Let those be like a glossy black. So like that shows it off.
Now,
like,
there's a GT40. It's not the original like 60s model. It was the 2004, 2005 they put out. You should look it up. It's like flat, like gunmetal gray with glossy black stripes, and it is fucking sexy. Like, it is goddamn gorgeous. But no, I want that Porsche 917. That thing is sex.
Oh man, we're coming up on the question that I don't know how to answer yet.
That was a question for me, I'm pretty sure. The next question, is it? Yeah.
Oh no, that's not the one I was talking about. But no. How much did it hurt you when the world lost Sabine Schmitz?
I will say, like, I didn't follow her very much, but she was very, very well renowned and well respected in the auto racing community. And I mean, yeah, it did kind of suck when she died. She was only 51, but yeah, she was like a pioneer of auto racing. She was one of the best auto racers to ever live. Trying to find them. There we go.
I can't say I've ever heard her name. That's no offense to her. I'm just not big in that, that area of the world.
Her nickname was Queen of the Nürburgring, which is the big famous track in Germany. She was on Top Gear, but yeah, like, let's see. I'm trying to remember how she died. It's been a little while. Oh yeah, she had cancer. That's right. But yeah, she was a very well renowned in the world of auto racing, and yeah, kind of sucks. I mean, it always sucks. Like, there's been more tragic deaths to me in that time frame. Like, Antoine Hubert died on track in F2. That was really, really traumatic. I thought Roman Grosjean was going to die a couple years ago in F1. I think I may have showed you that video where his car literally went into the metal barricades and like split the barricades open. His car ripped in half and then burst into flames while he was still in it.
You did send me that, yeah.
Yeah, that shit. I watched that live and it literally scared the fuck out of me because I was like, oh my God, he's fucking dead. Like, there's no way he's surviving this. And he somehow got out and all he had was like a second-degree burn, I think, on the back of his hand, which goes to show how rigorous the safety equipment is for these drivers. But yeah, it was sad. Next question.
Next question. How do you go about dealing with being sick? For Fenris, he just takes an ass load of medicine until he feels normal and goes back to work.
So, Fenris, by ass load, do you mean you take a lot of medicine orally, or are you literally shoving a bottle of NyQuil up your butthole?
We do not recommend boofing NyQuil.
I mean, if you want to.
No.
If you think it's a good idea.
We do not condone boofing NyQuil.
If you think filling your asshole with a bottle of NyQuil is a good idea, by all means, you should do it.
We do not condone. These words are not condoned by Yabspod or Steam Machine Podcast Productions. Do not put NyQuil up your ass.
No.
Don't listen to Jeremy.
I'm a wuss when I get sick. I'm a fucking big baby. Like, I hate music.
Right.
I hate medicine too, so I don't take it like I'm supposed to. So yeah, I'm just kind of just tough it out, but I fucking complain the whole time and I want to be like held and taken care of and stuff. And yeah, I turn into a giant child.
I don't get sick all that often.
I don't as much anymore, knock on wood.
Like, so like when I do get sick, it usually kicks my ass.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's because like I'm so used to having stomach issues on the regular that like when I catch a little bug or something, it's really nothing all out of the ordinary. But like when I get real sick, oh man, there have been times that there's been twice in the past 10 years that I got so sick that I almost got taken to the hospital so they would be able to put fluids in me through an IV because I couldn't hold anything down for like a week and a half, 2 weeks almost, other than very, very little bits, enough to keep me sleeping and breathing apparently. But
yeah.
I typically just load up on medicine and try to sleep as much as possible. I do like, like having somebody there to like, help you out, rub your back, make you feel better, make you soup, that kind of thing. But like, well, you don't eat soup, but
yeah, make me a cheese sandwich.
But yeah, I pretty much I'm like a mix between you and Fenris.
Yeah,
I'm a big baby about it, but I also take an ass load of medicine.
Like I said, I will take the medicine, but breaking news, I couldn't swallow pills until today. So I had to take liquid NyQuil and shit, which anyone who knows, liquid NyQuil tastes like murder in your mouth. Like, it's so fucking disgusting. So, but yeah, breaking news, I've never been able to swallow pills my entire life. I've tried little small tiny pills to like anything, put it in my mouth, it like sticks to my tongue. I can't get it to go down. It just, it just sucks. If I'd ever get it to like the back of my throat, I was always like gag it back up. So tonight, I take my antidepressants now every day. I usually crush them up. You know, I've got a pill crusher and I got a Walgreens brand pill crusher. And I like crush it up, put it in a spoon, take it as a powder. It tastes like shit, but like it works. So tonight I popped the pill out of the bottle and put it in my hand. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try. And like put it in my mouth and like held it between my teeth, got my glass of water and just started like poured a bunch of water in my mouth. And I felt the pill hit my tongue, but then it went away. Like I couldn't feel it. And I was like, swallow. And I just swallowed the water and I was like, holy shit. And I like start like feeling all around my mouth with my tongue. I'm like, it's not here. It's gone. Oh my God. I swallowed this fucking, like, dude, people don't understand how big of a fucking deal this was for me. I text my mom. I text my sister-in-law, who's a pharmacist who also can't swallow pills. Like, I'm posted it in the fucking Discord. Like, this was a big fucking deal for me. And so now, like, I'm just going to try it again tomorrow night and hopefully it works. And that's one less fucked up thing that I have to deal with in my otherwise completely fucked up life.
Dude, that's the easiest way to take a pill, man, is to just hold it somewhere where you know it's at and then fill your mouth with liquid and just let that motherfucker swim in it and then just gone. Because
I'd always put it on my tongue and then I'd try to drink the water, but it would be stuck to my tongue so the water wouldn't wash it away. But like I held it between my teeth so there was nothing for it to stick to. Like I just poured a bunch of water in there and just kind of let it go as I was pouring the water in and whoosh, it's gone. And yeah, it worked. So I was so fucking proud of myself, dude. Like I was like a 3-year-old who like colored a picture without going out of the lines. Like I was walking around with my fucking chest poked out.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you, man.
So yeah, now maybe I can take pills and maybe I will take an assload of medicine like I'm supposed to. I'll put the pills up my ass. That'll be a lot easier than swallowing them. No disclaimer on that. You're okay with them putting pills up their ass? As long as it's not a bottle of NyQuil.
Didn't you say that it was your ass you were putting pills up?
Yeah.
Well, then that's your choice.
Yeah.
But you are telling our listeners to go pour a bottle of NyQuil up their ass.
No, I asked Fenris, did he pour a NyQuil bottle up his ass?
And then you started saying, if you want to pour a bottle of NyQuil in your ass, go for it. Do not do that.
That's not how we're choosing to remember this.
I have seen people like take a hit of acid and shove it up their butt.
Oh yeah.
They said if it was free, if you boof it,
it gets in your bloodstream quicker.
Yeah. What was it? Louis C.K. talking about that he had to take the suppositories that were like OxyContin suppositories. He said it felt like pure ecstasy that started in your asshole and then spread to the rest of your body.
Nice.
Have you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or would you be willing to play it? I fucking love those games. LOL. Ostara.
So no, I have not played them, but she did loan me one of her copies of one of the games. So
ain't she so sweet to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
She's so sweet to you. I would play them. I don't own them, but I would play them. I love Pokemon. Pokemon's the shit. I don't care who knows it. It's fantastic. So I would absolutely play those. I do believe that those are the games that, like, if you try to rob the shopkeeper, then he will absolutely fuck you up.
I could see that.
I think that was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Ostara will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure. Yeah,
she will.
If you were an Eevee, if she could swing that high.
I mean,
I guess you didn't say she was going to punch me in the face.
Yeah, she'll reach your dick.
Oh, that might hurt her hand.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too. It would really hurt me. I'd just be like, ow!
She's going to do that taint uppercut I was talking about earlier.
Whatcha? If you were an Eevee, what evolution would you want to evolve into?
I would want to evolve into Sylveon because Ostara loves Sylveon and she would want to just snuggle with me all the time.
Oh.
But if that's not the answer,
Umbreon, bruh. I am a creature of the night.
I'm thinking maybe Espeon and have psychic powers, or Vaporeon and be able to breathe underwater.
Wow, I've never heard anybody say they ever wanted a Vaporeon.
My son loves Vaporeon. That's his favorite Pokemon.
Cute as fuck. Honestly, like Eevee's always been one of my favorites because Eevee can just turn into so many things. Like I just want to catch as many Eevees as it is. They have different evolutions. Get them.
Or maybe I would just stay Eevee.
Maybe
Eevee's fucking dope.
But I think I'm gonna go Umbreon. If you could have the answers to 3 questions, what would they be? From Megan. Yeah, I know. This was the one I was like, I got to prepare for this one, and I still haven't prepared. So, I can think of
one I think we could agree on.
Maybe.
Have the winning numbers to one of the lotteries coming up that are like $500 million. That'd be cool to know that the winning numbers. What if you got the winning numbers, but it was like Hurley and lost, and like everything you spent the money on fucked you over? So remember, like he bought his mom a big ass house and it caught on fire and burned down. He bought like a Hummer and like it broke down or it wrecked and killed somebody or something.
It's like the monkey's paw effect.
Yeah, monkey paw effect. Yeah. But yeah, I'd love to have the winning lottery numbers. So what's one of yours? We'll alternate.
Will I ever release a music album that will actually make a difference in the world?
I think you will.
I hope so, man. I appreciate that.
I'll back you up. I want you to be famous because then I'm going to be your tour manager.
Oh, man. So one of my favorite bands doesn't tour, and I so respect them for that. they just put as much effort as possible into making their album sound as good as they can, and they just don't tour.
So what's my next question? I want to say something cliche like what's the meaning of life, but I don't know. It just seems cliche. I don't think there is a meaning to life. I think we're here solely for reproductive purposes. So what would my second question be? Damn, Megan's like pulling out the fucking head scratchers. I feel like there should be like Jeopardy music playing right now.
Well, I mean, truncate silence will take it out if I do my job right. I mean, I have my second question. I'm just waiting on you.
Go ahead and do yours because I can't think of one right now.
So this one's more of like a stream of thought question. So I'm just going to like let it out. Okay. And I can't. Yeah. So this is something I was telling Megan the other day is like when I'm letting out something like this, I can't look at anybody. So like if I'm looking up and around, right? Yeah. That's why. So my question would be like, do you understand how serious I am? And like when I tell you that like you can have me forever, do you understand that I'm absolutely 100%? I mean that. Because like if you do and you agree, then the world is yours. But like I just want to know like that I don't know. Now that I'm trying to word the question, I don't know how to word it.
Yeah.
I guess I just want to make sure like that I'm not the only one who would like things to last forever. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, there. So if you can mold that into a question in your mind and then answer me, that would be really cool.
So I have my second.
I mean, there's a way easier way to ask that question, but I cannot ask that question.
Yeah. I have my second question, which will also be very vague, but if you know, you know. Will I ever get what I truly want? And that's all I'm going to say about that. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Third question. I got a good one. Is Keanu Reeves really as nice as he seems? That'd be my third question. I feel like he is. I really hope that he is really as nice as they say he is.
Why did Anthony Bourdain kill himself?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because, I mean, he's been quoted saying that, you know, he hated his job, he hated his fans, he hated being famous, all that type of stuff. But, like, man, the places that man got to see and all of that, I just...
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the crazy thing about depression is, it's such a fucking monster. Like, that man had a life you could only ever dream of, and he hated every fucking second of it. And it's so unfathomable that it could be that way. But, like, but it is. That's depression for you.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, we made it through.
Yeah.
God, I really apologize at how like hard it was for me to get that second one out. Like I was like, I just all of a sudden my words got jumbled, and yeah.
I feel like everybody knew what you were asking, and honestly, I feel like you already know the answer to that question. But yeah. Anyways, next question.
If you could pick a celebrity to be your best friend, who would you pick?
I want to say Keanu Reeves, but I feel like Keanu Reeves is going to want to do shit I don't want to do, like hike and ride motorcycles and shit like that. What celebrity would I want as my best friend? I feel like Seth Rogen would be a cool friend because he's going to want to sit around and joke and smoke pot and stuff. Who else? Chris Hemsworth would be cool because he'd help get me fucking jacked, I'm sure. He could share his steroids with me.
So I have two answers. Three. The first one that immediately came to my mind, though, Henry Cavill.
He could be kind of cool, yeah.
He's a PC gaming nerd.
Oh, yeah.
And I can get behind that. We have things to talk about. He likes The Witcher a lot. We have things to talk about. My second answer is Jack Black, because I feel like it would be fun to sit around and have a beer with him.
Jack Black was one of my answers too, because I feel like he would just be. I feel like in real life he's probably pretty chill, but he's gonna be fun too when it's time to be fun. But I feel like, he's going to be like entertaining, but then when we're just hanging out, it's just going to be hanging out. It's not going to be expectations. It's not going to be like needing to be on. It's going to be, hey, let's get some beer and some pizza and watch TV or play video games or something. Yeah. I think Jack Black would be really cool.
And then my final answer would be Kevin Smith, because I think it would just be cool to have conversations with him and get stoned. Let's see. What was your family's perception of you growing up? And this is from Megan as well.
I wasn't 100% sure how to answer this question, because I wasn't sure what she meant. Did she mean like your immediate family in the house, or like your extended family, or what? I was always kind of a black sheep in my family because I didn't really have the same interests as most people and stuff. So like as far as extended family, I was kind of a black sheep, maybe a little bit of a weirdo. But I think they genuinely liked me. In my house, I know my mom loves me a ton. I know my dad loves me, but we had a very tumultuous relationship when I was young. I believe I was a difficult teenager, especially because like I was dealing with depression. I was going through my like, emo phases and all that shit. So, teenagers are fucking monsters anyways. But yeah, like I feel like I was a difficult child. Not to love, but like difficult to deal with sometimes. Yeah, that'd probably be my answer.
So I always felt like my parents' perception of me was that I was way smarter than I let on at school.
Oh yeah, I had that.
And they wished that I would apply myself more.
Yep. I was told that so many fucking times.
Yeah. I feel like my grandparents' perception of me was that I was too fat and I needed to lose weight.
Old people can be like that.
I have memories that like, so my grandma has no couth. She doesn't know like when she shouldn't say something to somebody, you know what I mean? When
you said that, I swear to God, the first place my brain went was that you said my grandmother has no cooch. And I was like, what?
Couth.
Why do you know this?
Cooth.
Did she lose it in the war?
Couth. Yeah, she lost it in the war back in Nam.
Yeah.
They blew her cooter off.
Yeah. What was it?
They blew off my cooter. Now I ride on a scooter.
Japanese gunned off her cooter with cotton shins.
Jesus Christ.
She got my cooter blown off by a Japanese war machine.
Anyways, she has no couth.
Yes.
And they were checking to see these pants they got me fit properly. Like, because they were like, they wouldn't trust me when I said, no, they're not tight. They fit fine. So they're like,
dude, why did our parents and grandparents do that? They would put pants on us, and then they would like stick their fingers in the waistband and pull on. Yeah,
exactly.
My parents did that to me. Like they did not trust us that these pants were comfortable to us.
Yeah, or my grandpa. It was like, God forbid I was drinking a soda that wasn't cold. Oh my God, it was the end of the goddamn world if I was drinking a room temperature soda. I got grounded once over there because I drank a room temperature Coke. Anyway, I lifted my shirt so they could check my pants, and apparently, and this is according to my grandmother, she saw the fact that I had a bunch of stretch marks, and it upset her so much she just had to go in the bathroom and cry. And I'm like, why? For one, why? 2, why would you tell me that? 3, I'm like 12 or 13. Why would you tell me that? Okay,
like and you're at an age where you are the most insecure about your body you could possibly be.
Oh, dude, there's a reason that like. Just to use an example, like when Megan sees me without my shirt on, she always makes it a point to tell me I look handsome, right? And I'm like, on one hand, I appreciate that, and I love it, and please don't stop. But on the other hand, it is very hard for me to believe.
It's like, how come you love a big boy, but then when we argument, I'm a fat fuck?
Well, she's never called me that, but I get exactly what you mean. Yeah. But, and then there was another instance when I was older where my grandpa was like so bent on getting me to lose weight that he got me an appointment I was 17 or 18, one of the two. He got me an appointment at this doctor to go see about liposuction.
Wow.
So we went, and I didn't want to go, but I went anyway. And I ended up having to put on this like robe thing, and it was like not big enough for me to close. Duh. So I'm like having to sit there with like my gut and my titties hanging out. And the doctor, like the nurse comes in and like it weighs me and like all of that stuff. And doctor comes in and basically told me 3 things. 1, you're too young to have liposuction done.
Yeah.
2, you're too fat to have liposuction done at your age. And 3, you'll probably never get rid of your man boobs, just so you know. Yeah. All right, have a good day. And then he left. So I didn't talk on the ride home. Because basically that my whole recollection of that entire trip was an expensive trip for me to go to the doctor and have him just tell me how much of a fat piece of shit I am.
Yeah.
You know, and it and that was right around the time that I was dealing with the girl that I was talking to at the time that had told me that if I wasn't fat I would be the perfect boyfriend.
Yeah.
So like, bro, it was a rough couple years for me. And people wonder why I'm a little weird. Or I kind of I don't know. I'm not good at taking compliments, even though I do love them and appreciate them.
I'm the same way. Like I love getting compliments, but part of me never believes it. Like they're just being nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there's some of my trauma for everybody listening.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go cry and jerk off. Use our tears as lubricant
together.
Yeah. It's
like that movie. All right, we're gonna go pick each other's butts. Yeah, naked. What?
we're gonna jerk each other off. We're gonna fucking like, cross our arms.
We hold each other. Like I'll hold my dick and you hold your dick, but right? You take your other arm and you grab my arm and you work it.
The good old Dutch rudder.
Dutch rudder, man. We give it double Dutch. Yeah. The double Dutch.
Get the double Dutch.
What's wrong with the double Dutch?
Nothing gay. It's not gay. I'm not jerking you off. Man. I'm just holding your dick.
Yeah. You're not jerking me off. I'm not jerking you off.
Yeah.
Might be looking at each other, but we can look at other things. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you woke up one day and you had control over any element, what would it be and why?
So is this the elements of like earth, wind, and fire?
I would say like earth, wind, air, fire, water, and heart.
Do you remember?
Captain Planet. The 21st night of September. That's such a good fucking song.
Yes, say, do you remember? If I could control any element,
I'm going air. I'm going air because I think I could manipulate it and be able to fly.
That's a cool answer. I'm going to go with water, but I'm going to use it in a very Yabs Pod way because...
And piss on people?
No. Coochie juice is made of water, so I'm just going to walk by every woman I see and just make her instantly like sopping wet. Just... Like I'm in the grocery store and all you're going to hear is just as they're walking around.
And here I am, like I'm gonna be like the last airbender.
Dalton's flying over the grocery store while I'm just making all the old ladies wet. Oh, yeah, I'm flying my over coochie like, hasn't been wet in 17 years.
Why does it smell like pussy so strong right here? It's like, God almighty.
Fucking Piggly Wiggly has to close down for flood damage. Like, did you have a pipe burst? No, all the women squirted at the same time.
You turned the Piggly Wiggly into the Floodly Dudley.
Yes. Oh, man. There's just fucking 2 inches of coochie juice just filling the entire store.
Now that everyone's eyes have rolled out of their head after that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh my God, that's the end.
That's the end.
That's the end. And in the end, the love you take.
Puka. Just scroll down past the questions and see Puka.
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 He looks at you. Pikachu.
Dude, watch that movie though. It's fucking nuts. It has way better than it has any right to be.
I guess that just leaves the housekeeping, eh?
Yes, sir.
If you would like to send us an email, which if you would like to send us, something and ask us a question that is, what's the word I'm looking for? Jeremy, help me out here.
Anonymous.
Thank you. Anonymous. And, you don't want anybody to know it was you. It's the best way to do it is send it to man, it's like I'm trying to I haven't recovered from the fucking staring off and talking at the wall earlier. yet another bspod@gmail.com is our email. If you want to send us an anonymous question, if you just want to like hit us up and let us know how much you love us.
If you want to send us pictures of your butthole.
You want to send us pictures of your butthole or whatever body part you'd like to show us.
Pussy or, whatever. We're down.
We went all that
show
stuff.
us your ball sack. We'll grade it. Send it back to you.
Hit us with the goat. If you want to hit us up on Facebook, which we don't recommend because we're almost never over there, facebook.com/group/yetanother BS
But we do
podcast.
get notifications, so if you hit us up there, we will answer.
Yeah, we will answer.
If I'm not banned for that picture I posted this week.
On Twitter, you can find us at YabsPod, YBSPOD. You can find him at Just Call Me Jezza. You can find me at Super Nerd Dalton. I think I'm behind a week or two on posting the website episodes. That's my bad. I'll get on that eventually.
Damn it, Dalton.
Yaspod.wordpress.com. Dude, I've been working a lot.
Fuck, what's more important? This podcast that makes you no money or Walgreens? Get your priorities in order. I'll replace you with Nate.
I'd be like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be talking about butt stuff. Nate would be like, so yeah, anyways.
I was playing this puzzle game on Steam, and I'll be like, had my finger in this girl's butthole, and her finger was in my butthole. We were linked together like old Game Boys.
Oh, God, I love Nate. And if you want to become a Patreon, you can check us out at patreon.com/yabspod, where if you donate $1, you get, is it the shout out? You get a shout out and the episodes early.
Is it? I don't know.
And
donate
$5. Yeah, I think it's $1. $1 gets you a shout out and the early episodes, and then $5 gets you all of that, plus you get the extra BS episodes that we do, which we have a few in the pipeline that we just need to
I'm gonna say
bust out.
You will get at least 2 episodes in October. I will see to it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Faux show.
So.
And on that note, I do want to give a shout out to our wonderful patrons, Jeff, Kana, Megan, and Ostara.
Yes, we love you all.
Yes, you rock.
We love all our listeners, but don't tell the rest. You're our favorites.
Yes. The 3 ladies and Jeff.
Yes. AKA the 4 ladies.
AKA the 4 ladies. We love you, Jeff. Anyways, that about does it for this week's episode of Yet Another BS Podcast. His name is Jeremy. My name is Dalton. And it is until always, guys, tickle your buttholes, waggle your beavers, do something fun, and take it easy.